listeners, hello and welcome to the news at 6. The news is live on Joy 99.7 FM and hits 103.9 FM in Accra and Kumasi. We are on Love 99.5 FM in all 16 regions of Ghana. You'll also find us on myjoyonline.com, on YouTube, X Spaces, and on Facebook. Coming up, Iyoko slaps MPP Ashanti Regional Chairman Wontumi with fraud, money laundering, and causing financial loss to the state, among others. We have details as minority MPs are set to return to Iyoko today to continue their picket, pushing for a review of Chairman Wontumi's bail conditions.
We are not just going to walk away. We'll be here. It's not the end. It's the beginning of a multiplicity of factors and actions to be staged.
Pressure piles on police as Media Foundation for West Africa joins other media rights groups to demand swift investigation and prosecution of MPP supporters who assaulted Joy News journalist Latif Idrisu.
We use the video as available to fast track the investigations to ensure that the perpetrators are brought to book.
In business, Ghana's international bonds deliver best returns among developing countries in May after city's good run. Details on the Joy Business Report.
And in the last of our series on celebrating motherhood, we bring you the story of Dr. Eleanor Arabaentry, who almost died with each of her 3 pregnancies.
The infusion, I could count about 49. That is the ones I could see. After that one, I just decided that not again, because in fact, the doctors nearly lost me that day.
I am Hannah Odame with the details. Thanks for choosing us. Joy News, independent, fearless, and credible. In our first story, Yoko has slapped MPP Ashanti Regional Chairman Bernard Enchibuesiako, Chairman Wontumi, with fraud, money laundering, and causing financial loss to the state. It's the first time the charges have been made public days after his arrest sparked nationwide controversy. This disclosure came as MPP MPs ended a dramatic protest at Yoko's office, where they had trekked from Parliament to demand his release and a review of what they called harsh bail conditions. Although the MPs had vowed to remain at Yoko until Wontumi was freed, they left just after 3 hours, promising to return today. Here's a wrap from yesterday's protest.
In a show of defiance and solidarity, minority members of parliament abandoned the business of the house and marched through the streets to the Yoko headquarters. The protest follows the arrest and detention of Chairman Wontumi, who was picked up by Yoko after reporting to the CID. He faces allegations of causing financial loss to the state. Though he was granted bail of 50 million cedis with 2 sureties, both to be justified, he remains in custody, unable to meet the full conditions.
They should vary the bail term. The man is unwell.
Is it persecution or prosecution? It's just worrisome.
As tensions cement on the road, so did emotions in a growing crowd nearby.
This is witch hunting. It's not right.
What followed was a rare sight. Elected lawmakers sitting on the road, staging a silent civil protest.
Enough is enough. We are not just going to walk away. We'll be here.
After about 3 hours, 30 minutes of waiting to try and see if they can talk to officials of Yoko without success, and their demand for the bail conditions to be revised. I guess the party top brass have decided to advise themselves and leave and come back to fight another day.
It's not the end. It is only the beginning.
We've gone back to Parliament to assess what we've done and then take it up from tomorrow.
Chairman Wontumi remains behind bars, and the minority says Parliament will remain empty of their voices until he is released or his bail conditions are eased.
Well, the Deputy Attorney General and Minister of Justice, Justice Shremsai, disclosed on his social media that a full charges slapped on Chairman Wontumi. Here are excerpts of those details shared by Justice Shremsai.
The Deputy Attorney General, Justice Shremsai, says suspect Bernard Enchibuesiako is under investigation for various criminal offences, including fraud, causing financial loss to the state, and money laundering. The criminal investigation is running concurrently with asset recovery processes to prevent further dissipation of what law enforcement agencies strongly suspect to be proceeds of crime. The suspect is also under a second strand of investigation, which is part of a larger international organized crime scheme. The Economic and Organized Crime Office, EOCO, is audaciously working with our international law enforcement partners on this second strand of criminal investigations.
While in a related development, the Director of Freedom of Expression at the Media Foundation for West Africa, Dora Boma, has asked Yoko to investigate and sanction the security agents responsible for the forced deletion of footage on Latif's phone. Her call comes amid mounting pressure on the police to take decisive action against supporters of the New Patriotic Party who verbally and physically assaulted journalist Latif Idrisu while he was covering the arrest of Chairman Wontumi.
If at any point the supporters indeed thought what he was doing was unlawful, it was right for them to lodge a complaint and ensure that through the right processes their concerns are addressed. Not to assault him. We saw them in the video, so I'm not sure this has to be another long process of investigation, but to use the video to fast track the investigations to ensure that the perpetrators are brought to book.
Moving on, a rift has emerged within the nursing community as 4 unions have broken ranks with the Ghana Registered Nurses and Midwives Association rejecting its call for a strike. They are the Union of Professional Nurses and Midwives Ghana, the Professional Association of Psychiatric Nurses Ghana, and the National Association of Registered Midwives Ghana. Let's hear from the National PRO of the UPMNG, John Agbenyavu, with further details.
The reason why we are calling for the strikes to ensure that nurses and midwives are better. But we believe that we could do this as a collective union. We should do this collectively as unions who are working in the interest of nurses and midwives. But when it happens that one union, pushes all other unions aside and want to go ahead with unintended strikes which have not been agreed on by other unions, we think that we should just let them continue with whatever they want to do, since we don't understand what is pushing them to do what they are doing.
Well, the Ghana Registered Nurses and Midwives Association has distanced themselves from the 4 groups, insisting they are not members of the association. Let's move to other stories. And President John Mahama has assured nurses across the country that all unpaid allowance arrears from January to date will be settled. He was speaking during his thank you tour of the Bono East region.
And on the issue of Alawa, thank you. I knew this is the response Alawa is going to trigger. That the minister has made adequate the payment of allowances. And the allowances will be paid from January. And so you'll get the arrears. When we pay the allowances, you'll receive the arrears. But what has delayed it is that the minister is putting in a system so that you'll be paid through the Controller and Accountant General.
Now, she was almost pronounced dead through pregnancy, having to leave the children to pursue higher education, building a career and eating from restaurant for months. The Deputy Registrar at the University of Media Arts and Communication, Dr. Eleanor Araba Entry, best describes her motherhood journey as boisterous. She's been sharing her story with me in the last of our series, Celebrating Motherhood.
Bearing children is a blessing for every family, but caring for those blessings can sometimes hinder the pursuit of life goals. Dr. Eleanor Araba Entry faced this challenge when she had to pursue her master's degree to focus on nurturing her children.
I remember when the flight was landing, I started weeping because that's the first time and I was going to be away for a month, but purpose driven.
After 17 years of marriage and toughing it out with childcare, Dr. Entry recalls how she almost lost her life with every pregnancy.
I have had to live with hyperemesis gravidarum. It's a condition that brings about frequent visits to the hospital. At a point in time, the infusion, I could count about 49, and after that one, I just decided that not again, because in fact, the doctors nearly lost me that day.
Working now as a Deputy Registrar and Director of Human Resources at the University of Media Arts and Communication, UNIMAC, Dr. Eleanor Araba Entry is also in the studio recording songs.
I released my first song in 2019. In all, we should have about 8.
She wants all mothers to take the intentional step of understanding their children, as that can greatly help avoid surprises.
Today's children are different. They know what you want. So they would come and put up the attitude that you would want to see in the house. And then when they leave the house, they put up a different one. So it's basically studying them. If you find out that they are strengths, you help your children build on those strengths. If there are weaknesses, believe you me, there are weaknesses you don't even have to let the other sibling know.
And as Ghana battles deep-rooted challenges like corruption, unemployment, and gender inequality, sociologists at the University of Ghana say the missing link is clear. That's policy decisions that are being made without their input. Speaking at the 75th anniversary of the Department of Sociology, Professor Clara Foyose, the Dean of the African Leadership Institute at the Graduate School, shared some more insights.
Several dimensions of society and its problems, its challenges. There's still a long way to go because some of the problems that we have investigated over the years are still very persistent. And one of the most pervasive problems that we have now is corruption. I've also talked about gender issues, and these issues are based on our traditions and norms. And since sociology deals with values, norms,
and that's Professor Clara Foyose ending the news at 6 with me, Hannah Odame. You can find all these stories and more on myjoyonline.com. Super Morning Show continues next. Have a great morning.
Oh, jump on now. Go. Ah, go me. At what time when you come back where I don't hear the sound of your car? Why you buy new car?
No, I not change my car. It be the same ride. It be the fuel way I change. Way one shouts it. Ever since I started using the all-new Excellium Premium Fuel, fortified with 3-in-1 action. Oh, Joe, now my car they run like electric car. No, it's so.
This is the type of fuel where they want to. Cause now engine they cost. Where they want for way if I buy it, go protect my engine. And with the small way I buy, I go drive, sir.
Absolutely. It's like strapping a turbocharger to your engine and giving it a protector. And what they bust my mind safe be the 3-in-1 action, no? Excellium they prevent up to 99% of deposit. It be anti-wear, some be anti-corrosion. Won't pay when I open them.
Hey, so where can I find this magical fuel?
Just head over to any Total Energy service station and your car will thank you.
Hey, then make a finish my gobe fast, then rush go Total Energies. My friend, but why your hand my gobe inside?
I give you info. Make a fill the gobe too small.
Go.
Excellium is designed to protect your car engine, decrease fuel consumption, and lower CO2 emissions. Don't say fuel, say Excellium. Choose Excellium, choose quality.
See, your rich auntie gets more from Absa. Your childhood friend gets more from Absa. Your favorite uncle gets more from Absa. Your roommate's cry gets more from Absa. Digital solutions get more from Absa. Rewards be bring get more from Absa. 5-star treatment get more from Absa. Preferential rate get more from Absa. Easy banking and no ane Absa. Instant loans and no ane Absa. Bank papa party and no ane Absa. FTK account and get more from Absa. Yes! Join thousands of Absa customers enjoying priority treatment, preferential rates, amazing rewards, and seamless digital solutions to help you write the next big chapter of your story. Sign up for an Absa account today and get more. Your story matters. Absa.
Reliable, check. Comfort, check. Strong, check. Tough, check. Tried and tested, check. Affordable, check. Comes in so many colors and sizes, check. Suitable for domestic and industrial use, check. Choose quality, choose Syntex Tank. Available nationwide and comes with 7-year warranty. And remember, Syntex Tank is a caring brand too. Syntex Tank, a strong, a tough.
Brush your teeth every day and night, up and down and all around, brush like feeling bright. Brush your teeth, brush with mom and dad, underneath and in between, brush the germs away.
Pepsodent, cavity protection.
For 10 times stronger teeth.
This advert is FDA approved.
Mom, please can I have some milk in my Milo?
Have you tasted it?
No, but I didn't see you add milk.
Hey, taste it before you ask me any question.
Hey, milk na chum say.
This is Milo all in one. Milo Pampa, cocoa, malt, milk show, everything is inside.
Milo All-in-One already comes with more milk. Just mix with water and taste the nourishing goodness of quality cocoa, malt, and more milk all in one sachet. Milo, the energy to go further.
This advert is FDA approved.
What's your dream this year? To pull up in a brand new 4-wheel ride? Or you want to travel? Where? Sentosa Island in Singapore? Or Desert Safari in Dubai? Or you want a laptop, microwave, brand new phone, TV? Chale, what you want, you can get with SG Ghana. Minya Ubecha 7Y. Join the SG Ghana Deposit and Drive promo and you could win the grand prize of a brand new Toyota RAV4. Simply deposit 500 Ghana cedis or multiples of it into your SG Ghana account from now till 30th May 2025. Non-customers can open an account to participate. Visit your nearest branch or call 0302-214-314 for further inquiries. This promo is regulated by the National Lottery Authority on the Caritas Lottery platform. Terms and conditions apply. Societe Generale Ghana. The future is you.
Welcome back, and thank you very much for staying with us here on the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. And the 6 a.m. news brought to us by Absa Bank Ghana Limited. Your story matters. Millennium Insurance, your trustworthy partner. And Total Energies, Total, we go the extra mile for you. Coming up is the Joy Business Report brought to us by MNC Properties, a member of MNC Group. MNC Properties, choice of class. Safari Valley Resort, bringing you closer to nature. And Omni Basic Bank, not just another bank. Akbafu.
Good morning.
Good morning. How you doing?
I'm great. You?
As you can see, God is still taking care of
Yes,
his children.
He is.
It's a Friday. we all love Fridays, right?
We all love Fridays, don't we? Except if you're working on the weekend shift.
Are you working on the weekend
No.
shift?
No.
Is someone behind me working?
I don't think he is. I think he's free this weekend.
No, I put him on the weekend shift.
But it's exciting, and it's the last but one day, before the month ends. So we're excited.
Oh, we are. Last working day of the month.
Last working day, payday.
Well, for some people, they've had payday already. Others are waiting patiently. Others will be paid next week. It depends on what you're doing. It depends on where you're working. But
but the mere thought that you're going to get your salary at the end of the month, it's
okay. But
it's exciting enough.
That's why I like those who are into businesses that bring them money every day. Every day you see money.
You don't have to wait till the end of the month.
No, you don't have to wait till the end of the month. And you see. Yes, and the provision of service, for instance, if we industrialize and you have people working 24 hours, when they close and they need to sit down a little bit, in the developed jurisdictions, you get in there and, at night you have all the people walking around, they're moving away from, the restaurants, the pubs, and the taxis are working. The whole place is busy.
Yeah.
When you're going through, you're not scared. And, that's what we should aim for as a country.
Yeah.
This whole 24-hour economy thing. We need to do it well. And if we get it properly done, we'll be good to go. I think that it should still be private sector led. The problem, and I hope that the government would learn from the mistakes of the one district, one factory. Sometimes we're in a hurry to actually indicate that we've implemented, a promise we made.
Yeah.
And so we miss out.
Yeah.
Because if we don't do it well, we'll come back and face the same challenges that the one district, one factory faced.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, the one district, one factory started well, wanted to go according to our local economic development policy. But eventually, because of politics, they settled in Accra with an office which was supposed to determine where factories would go. And the whole concept of industrializing factories, districts, never happened. Anyway, but
1st July launch date for the 24-hour economy policy. Let's see.
Let's see how it goes. And this morning also will be joined by Right Honourable Baroness Aline Foster, the first female First Minister of Northern Ireland. She's joining us here on the Super Morning Show. Yes, we're having a conversation about leadership, particularly women in politics and leadership. And you don't want to miss any bit of it here on the Super Morning Show.
Nice way to cap a month where we celebrate women and mothers for that matter. So,
Sure. Which means we can go for the Joy Business Report.
Yeah, and the trumpet going to all women leaders. This is big shout outs to you all as you cap the month of May. Trumpets! Hello, welcome to the Joy Business Report. Coming up this morning, Ghana's international bonds deliver best returns among developing countries in May after Citi's good run. Also coming up, banks reveal significant reduction in dollar demand by businesses for future transactions as a result of Citi's record appreciation. And on today's Business Journal, we examine the impact of the sharp rise of the city on the beauty and cosmetics industry, particularly on hairstylists. Don't go anywhere. My name is Daryl Kwal. Thanks for being with us. Hello to our friends listening from Kof Radio and KT Radio. Bloomberg analysis has shown that Ghana's dollar-denominated bonds delivered 8.7% in total returns in May this year, outperforming the average return of 0.4% for emerging markets or developing countries. Bloomberg further predicts that Ghana is on track to reduce its debt as a percentage of GDP below a 55% target set by the International Monetary Fund, with Barclays PLC also predicting that government will hit that target this year. Here's more.
According to Bloomberg, Ghana, which defaulted 3 years ago, is on track to hand investors the best dollar bond returns in emerging markets this month amid mounting confidence in the government's handling of the economy. It said dollar-denominated bonds for gold and cocoa for the country delivered 8.7% in total returns this month, well above the average return of 0.4% for emerging markets in the period. Bloomberg analysis showed that climbing gold exports, trade surpluses, and slowing inflation helped Ghana's currency and bonds to bounce back after the country defaulted on its debt and sought help from the International Monetary Fund in 2022. It added that Ghana is on track to reduce its debt as a percentage of gross domestic product below a 55% target set by the IMF. Meanwhile, Barclays PLC says it sees the government hitting the target this year, 3 years ahead of the IMF deadline of 2028.
Now, commercial banks have revealed there has been a record drop in demand for dollars by businesses for future transactions. This is contrary to high demand for dollars in the past, which heavily contributed to the city's perennial depreciation. The banks believe the current good run is driven by positive market sentiments and do not see things getting out of hand soon. John Owais, Chief Executive of the Ghana Association of Banks, he spoke on PM Express Business Edition.
Yes, you can talk to your friends who hitherto, as soon as they are paid, they are looking for dollar to hedge their positions because the currency was aggressively depreciating. You are not getting that now. For people who have bills offshore, which will settle in August or in September, they are still having a positive outlook on the currency. And therefore, even if they are undertaking a forward transaction, the pricing will change. And what that does is help the currency to hold its own. So the demand we are meeting largely, a lot of it is for spot transactions. I think given all the multiplicity of factors that have anchored what we are seeing now, I don't want to say a wait and see, because I don't have any reason to doubt the ability of the currency to hold its own.
Chief Executive of the Ghana Association of Banks, John Owais, speaking on PM Express Business Edition. There's a repeat of that conversation this morning at 11 on the Joy News channel. Now, Head of Financial Stability at the Bank of Ghana, Dr. Seyeboa, has highlighted the importance of incorporating financial literacy into university curricula to better equip graduates for the banking and financial landscape. His comments come at a time fraudulent activities are on the rise in the country. He believes it is best to equip students with the requisite knowledge in the financial space before they graduate. Dr. Seyeboa made the remark at the maiden National Banking and Ethics Challenge organized by the Chartered Institute of Bankers Ghana.
There ought to be a serious consideration given to incorporating financial literacy into university curricula to ensure that graduates are well equipped with reasonable knowledge of banking and finance. After all, they are the immediate potential employees of the banking sector. We also encourage the CIB to continuously update its curriculum, integrating innovative programs that reflect the dynamic nature of the banking landscape. This will ensure that members remain current, competent, and prepared to meet the evolving demands of the financial sector. We must place strong emphasis on improving financial literacy across all levels, as it is a fundamental pillar of ethical behavior and sound financial decision-making.
Head of Financial Stability at the Bank of Ghana, Dr. Seyeboa. Now, Ghana and the United Arab Emirates have signed a memorandum of understanding committing approximately $1 billion in investment to strengthen Ghana's position as a continental leader in technological innovation. The agreement was signed by the Minister of Communications, Samuel Nate George, and representatives of the UAE Innovations and Technology Hub. Speaking at the ceremony in Accra, Mr. George said the partnership marks a major milestone in Ghana's digital transformation agenda and underscores the country's commitment to attracting high-impact investments in the tech sector.
There's $1 billion investment fully funded by PCFC from Dubai. What Ghana is putting in is the land. And so the beauty of it is when you look at the ports and you look at proximity to the ports and you look at the AI setup that wants to happen. When PCFC came in, they said, well, it looks like Ningo is a suitable place for this. I happen to be the MP for Ningo as well. And so we will be looking to have the first phase, which is 25 kilometers square of this development. And this time we've signed this very early in the government in the term, and I'm confident that we'll break ground early 2026. And before the end of 2027, we should see the first phase of the innovation hub completed, inshallah.
Samuel Nate George is Minister of Communications, Digital Innovation and Innovation. Now, turning to other stories, with the recent appreciation of the cedi against some major trading currencies, many consumers in Ghana are anxious for price reduction on goods. Although some goods have seen price reductions, hair extension costs are yet to see any decline, sparking concerns in the beauty and cosmetics industry. On today's Business Journal, Josephine Sego takes a look at the hair and stylist industry to ascertain how the appreciation of the cedi is affecting the operations.
A woman's beauty, they say, lies in the hair, but enhancing one's beauty now comes at an expensive cost. Prices of hair extensions, ranging from weave-on to long ponytails, remain costly over the years. It will cost one at least 35 cedis to purchase a cheap hair extension. Sonia, who visited a local beauty supply store at the KGT market, is surprised at the prices of the hair brands.
Last week,
Nowadays, most women wear either turbans or wigs, both of which are expensive. The traders and local hairstylists argue that imported goods were stocked when the dollar was higher, making immediate price reductions difficult. Joseph Owusu-Teria, popularly known as Ogremame, deals in hair products in Kumasi. He explains the dilemma faced by importers.
We bought
these goods when the dollar was quite expensive, so reducing the cost now will be difficult for us.
This time, next time,
Sarah Nyamecha, CEO of New Look Hair Bazaar in Kumasi, revealed that the decline in customers is affecting businesses.
Open a simple Quran, it came to 200 Ghana.
Anyone who wants a simple braid style now has to spend over 200 cedis. That's why many ladies have cut their hair. At KGT market, a braider Obaya expressed frustrations at traders' reluctance to reduce prices. You need at least 3 packs of hair extensions to do braids, which makes it expensive and causes some people to back out. Others end up reusing old hair for braiding. The prevailing sentiment among both professionals and consumers is clear. While macroeconomic shifts like dollar depreciation are welcome, they have yet to bring relief to the beauty sector.
We are expecting the government say Obama so
2 months time to 3 months na there e betimi ateso because the new rate in the Accra. But for now the Accra eba no intimi so.
Hopefully in the coming 2 or 3 months the prices will reduce.
but duty no enya de beba from a wetimi ate ne ma no so bebre no duty ne de ja say eso beti de bet anti bebre say de scanner de koto ne ma no.
For now, many Ghanaians continue to anticipate a strengthened cedi to finally translate into real-world affordability. Josephine Sego reporting.
And before we go, let's look at the markets for you. This morning on the commodity market, crude oil dropped to $63 a barrel. Gold also lost $22, open trading at $3,295 an ounce. Cocoa trading at $9,110 a ton after losing more than $500. On the currency market, the dollar going for 11 cedis. That's what some forex bureaus are offering their clients. A British pound, 14 cedis, 50 pesos. The euro going for 16 cedis, 30 pesos. Is that right? No, I don't think it's right. So the British pound going for 14 cedis, 50 pesos. The euro going for 12 cedis, 70 pesos. The commercial banks quoting the dollar 10 cedis, 29 pesos. More news on our website, myjoyonline.com/business. My name is Darryl Kwao. Thanks for listening. The Super Morning Show continues with Winston and the team. I nearly caused as there. Wow. Amongst people because I was quoting the British pound at 16 cedis, 30 pesos.
Hey, don't go there.
14 cedis, 50 pesos, please.
Don't go there now. These days, Charlie.
We have to be careful.
We have to be very, 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 very careful because for those who have, pounds, dollars, Charlie, the people they're looking at it and like, Charlie, how's this going to go?
How is this going to go? Yeah.
But I mean, the good news for me, the good news is that the city is still doing well. So we're glad that the city is doing well. We'll take it like that.
Yeah.
Yesterday, Professor Peter Kojo said that, it shouldn't be drastic. And so you can see that now the president probably was giving us an indication of what is about to happen. You can see the reduction. It's not as it used to be.
A slowdown.
Yeah, it's a slowdown in here. Okay, so maybe we'll get to probably 9. But I still want it to get to 5. Let's go for our inspirational song for today. I know that Mark Bedu Abaji will not be happy with me when I say it should go to 5, but hey, it has to. Our inspirational song, Uye, by Akwaboa.
All right.
So let's enjoy this one. Jojo chose it.
If you're gonna do, say yeah. Wake up to the Super Morning Show. Yeah, wake up to joy.
Good morning, Kojo Akoto Boateng.
Good morning, Kofi. How are you?
God is still in the miracle working
Yes,
business.
yesterday you made my day. No, it wasn't you. It was Daryl. He said Thursday is Friday Eve.
Friday Eve, yes.
And Friday is weekend Eve.
Friday is the real deal. Sunday is also one of the days. So tomorrow is Monday.
Yeah, I love Mondays because I was born on Monday.
I like Mondays,
and I love Fridays because I know I can sleep till 5 a.m. at least over the weekend. Good morning to you. Good morning to all listeners. I hope you are fine. It's been raining. I hope your home is cool enough and there are no flooding.
Rain last night.
Yes. Yesterday I was around Jakiti, around the Akosumbu area. You know where Peninsula is. I went to the Peninsula Hotel to do some training for people from all the political parties who aspire to run for positions, to train them in local economic development. Now, when I was coming back, the road, I'm told they put aggregate on it, laterite on it 3 days ago. So it had rained, and there were like 12 vehicles that were stuck on the road. Yeah, so the contractor there, please, it's a very important road. And so make sure that your work is being done with the rainy season in mind so that you don't cut people off from moving and enabling economic activity.
Oh, okay. I know that. Jakiti.
Yeah.
And Edumasa.
Yes.
You went to the Little Republic of Edumasa?
No, the big Republic of Edumasa.
No, Little Republic.
That's
the Little Republic of Edumasa. I know that. Sometimes when I'm in the farm and I want to grab something to eat, I can drive all the way. If I don't want to eat in the farm, I drive all the way to the Maritime Club.
Yes, at Akosumbu.
Akosumbu, yes. So I know that area. But talking about weekends, some of us, we spend our weekends in the farm. Charlie, it's not easy. You go and room there.
It's a good thing.
It is.
I like the fact that a lot more young people like us have ventured into agric. So we bring other experiences and extra knowledge into the space to build agri-businesses that can employ people and actually give the state value. So it's a good thing that you spend your weekends on farms. That means you cannot go for a lot of weddings and funerals.
That's a problem.
And you are missing out on funeral jollof and wedding cakes.
As a funeral, I don't eat at funerals.
Media, I like funeral jollof. I like the smokiness of funeral jollof and the fact that you have to join a long queue to get funeral jollof.
It's
an experience.
I don't because my thinking is that the person has lost somebody. But the
person will give you food anyway.
No.
In fact, the 24-hour economy, we should see the funeral tourism aspect of 24-hour economy.
Even though at my father's funeral, but as a matter of, I just don't like eating at funerals.
My father's funeral, Philomena Dake of somewhere in Sogakope, surprised the whole family by cooking for all of us for free.
Oh, that's nice.
Yes, and I will never forget that because Charlie, the budget, and she just Philo of somewhere in Sogakope. Good morning. If my father wakes up and dies again, please repeat that action.
He will wake up again. Sami Odame, when he said somewhere in Sogakope, Sami Odame, I took him there some time ago.
Yeah.
When I took Sami Odame, Mama V, and I had actually ordered my food. Mama V got there before me and told the people that she was the one who ordered the
food. Ghana sits on a lot of opportunity. Even the mention of somewhere in Sogakope and the fact that if you start driving on the Dawenya to Sogakope Road, there are about 6 unique tourist sites that can bring in millions. We just need to fix those roads. We just need to open up those spaces and make money and create jobs. And eat good food at somewhere in Sogakope.
Yes. Anyway, let's get into our Drive Safe campaign brought to us by Joy News and the Multimedia Group, supported by Toyota Superior Quality. So, on Fridays, I always tell you, there are many of you who may want to go and have fun. I beg you. If you want to go and have fun, just park your vehicle. Okay, get into another one. Get into any of these ride-hailing apps. And get a vehicle. Go there, have fun. Go back home. Don't deceive yourself that you can drink and drive. I beg you. I beg you.
Or you can go in a group and have a designated driver who doesn't drink.
Like
if we go out on Friday night with Sami, for example, Sami will drive. Then we will chill.
So how about if Sami also goes and Sami decides to go and chill with you? Anyway, let's learn how to say it. It's always, it's always a problem that I know there's somebody who's in then a person along the line gets carried away and says, "Let me also chill."
And Say It Right is brought to you by Kingdom Books. At Kingdom Books, quality and affordability are hallmarks. Societe Generale Bank Ghana. The future is you.
Something must be done.
You say either, I say either.
So today I want us to learn this idiom because some of us still get it wrong. It's first port of call and not the first point of call. The first port of call, I mean, as you know, originated from the context of ship travel, referring to the initial stop a vessel made on a journey. But now you can say the first port of call, which means the first place or person someone goes to for assistance, information, or maybe action when starting a process.
Okay.
It is not the first point of call. First port of call. So if you want to say it right, please say it right.
So if I want to go on a series of visits to my friends and I go to Louisa Lai's house first, that will be my first port of call.
Yes.
Not my first point of call.
No.
Even though her house is a point on earth, it's my first port of call.
It's your first port of call.
Because of the origin of the expression. Good morning, Louisa Lai.
And I know there are many of us who sometimes get, confused because you look at it and you say, but it should make sense. Okay, so as a point, but the origin of the idiom is a port.
Okay.
Okay. It means we can now bring you the newspaper review, and that is brought to us by Syntex Tank, you're strong, you're tough, and Access Bank more than banking, and then Kel Chaco toothpaste. Happy smile.
I'll start with the news center. Minority MP stage sit-down protest at Yoko. There's a photo of MPs on the floor, or is it on the ground?
On the road.
On the road. Yes, I can see Mama Pat in a pink chair on the front page of the news center. This is related to the Wontumi issue.
But really, is this necessary?
It's solidarity.
Solidarity, you could go there.
For their party chairman in the Ashanti region.
No, but also, I mean, see, what you want is Wontumi to be granted bail.
Okay.
If you think that the 50 million is too much, you go to court and vary it.
Okay.
Simple.
Or you can put your houses together and
if you can't find anybody to do that,
pull the resources and
it's that simple.
Yeah, because if I count the number of people seated, if each of them brings something small, maybe we'll get bail.
You just go to court and tell the court, look, this is unfair, and let the judge sit on the case and determine. If the judge agrees and says, okay, how about you reduce it to 20 million, then that's it.
Yeah.
I mean, going there with going to sit there, staging a walkout from Parliament, please. Yes, I know you want to send a signal, but please, you could have just staged a walkout and then go to court. So advise Wontumi's lawyers, and I know Andy Apiakubi knows what to do, as well as Godfred Dami. They should go ahead and vary it in court.
Still on the front page of the news center, good news, new Jubilee OCTP drillings to add over 14 million barrels. Yes, so we'll be getting more oil, and Ghana will be getting a bit more money from oil as well. The season 7 of the MTN's Heroes of Change is on the front page. Who wins tonight? The photos of the various nominees are on the front page. You should check that out. And Dr. Nick Danso Ejay sweeps 3 awards at CEO Summit. And there's a very important story on page 9 of the news center. Timekeeping series dialogue. Women share secrets to work-life harmony. I want all women to read this today. And I want the men to also read to understand how the women balance the act and how we can support them. And there's Ifya Tenge, there's Emilia Ato, there's Georgina Fiagbenu of MTN, and Lovia Bando, all sharing their secrets to work-life harmony.
The Ghanaian Times says tighten food labeling laws to protect public health. Professor Amuna. Ghanaians demand stronger action against corruption. CDD. Government committed to removing barriers to girls' education. That's according to the Vice President, Professor Nana Jane Opoku-Agyeman. Back page, BR Lands Commission Board inaugurated. Azapane supports RMU's facelift projects.
Now, the Ghanaian publisher, Ibrahim Mahama slaps Bright Simmons with 10 million Ghana cedi suits. minority charges on Ablakwa over embassy closure. That story has a photo of Samuel Abu Jinapo. Afenyomakin slams Wontumi's bail conditions, and the same photo of the minority MPs on the road is repeated here.
Okay, so the new publisher says Iyoko bosses snub minority as they protest 50 million Wontumi bail term after forcing his returning officer for AFDB presidential elections won by Dr. Sidi Ta. Abu Jinapo says the U.S. embassy closure an embarrassment to Ghana, and NEIP, a Jumara program, partners financial institutions.
Now, the Ghanaian point, despite Auto Museum to be commissioned on June 1, Otumfuo was 82nd to grace the occasion. Yesterday, I saw a post by someone on Facebook, I've forgotten who, suggesting that with the work Despite has done on his own Auto Museum, we should consider giving him some of the old state vehicles for him to restore and put there, because he's shown capacity in doing that and the state hasn't. You remember the story of Osajifo Kwame Nkrumah's vehicles? I saw a Frimamus track, a photo of it. All those things must be restored and displayed to tell the story of some of these legends and some of these vehicles and what role they played in our national development or formation of the state. Now there's the Ibrahim Mahama story also on the front page. He sued Bryce Simmons for 10 million Ghana cedis over defamatory publications. Bryce Simmons has released a statement to explain that he will go to court because those statements he made were factual. That's what he said. ICOMS is the backbone of Ghana's modern trade system. This is according to the Traders Group. And national security intercepts 2,129 smuggled cooking oil in a major tax evasion bust.
Wow.
2,129 smuggled Kofor gallons, the 25-liter gallons. Charlie, how did people manage to smuggle this?
Anyway, it's good that they've been able to get it. They must do more because people still smuggle. Kwete Nate did an investigative piece, and other borders, they do it all the time.
I once chanced upon the police on the whole road who had stopped the vehicle, and the man had cocoa beans in these Kofor gallons. He was, I don't know where he was taking them to, but he had kept cocoa beans in these Kofor gallons, and they stopped him and they interrogated him and he started begging. Apparently he put them in and he was using that as a means of smuggling them, and they were in a trotro.
Look, one of my friends was who works with custom. There was a time he said he was at one of the border posts and saw people smuggling. Now he was the only one there. Some of the people were armed. So he couldn't actually confront them. Sometimes that's also a problem. But I have seen, customs officers intercepting lots of goods. Recently, one guy was importing papers from Togo into the country. He had underdeclared, and they grabbed him and asked him to pay the right taxes. So they're doing a good job. But sometimes also it's the tip-offs they get that would actually help them, because if you don't get information, how would you know, for instance, that somebody has put cocoa beans in Kofor gallon? Anyway, let's get to the online news review brought to us by Zenith Bank in your best interest and Goyle Good Energy. Goyle,
Charlie Winston, will start from myjoyonline.com and on MyJoy Online. Before I give you that, let me tell you about Zenith Bank, the Easy Cash. You can apply for Easy Cash, an easy loan solution from Zenith Bank for MTN Momo subscribers. It's a secure, convenient, instant and collateral free loan. So if you need some money, some quick, sometimes the month you see a book ever watching. So just talk to Zenith Bank and get the easy loan. You can simply dial *170# on MTN, hit option 5 for financial services, then choose option 3 for loans, and finally option 6 for Easy Cash. Easy Cash, your easy loan in 60 seconds, is brought to you by Zenith Bank. Apply today, Zenith Bank, in your best interest. Now let me take you to MyJoy Online. Very interesting story. I saw John Ewer's interview with George last night on PM Express, and he says past CD depreciation caused by people manipulating it for profit. This is John Ewer, the president of the Ghana Association of Bankers. Now, Wontumi under probe for alleged fraud, money laundering, and international organized crime. This is the Deputy AG, Justice Remsai, speaking. Property worth 50 million Ghana cedis as bail condition unreasonable This is the minority on Wontumi. And Parliament can't revise Wontumi's 50 million Ghana cedi bill. Seek redress in court. Deputy Speaker to the minority. And a former state prosecutor says Wontumi's lawyers should have gone to court for bail variation. And there is more on my Joe Online. Treat others as you would wish to be treated. This is Afenyo Markin warning the NDC. Mahama Yariga says Supreme Court judges removal legislation will define misbehavior and incompetence. So those are stories on my Joy Online. Let me take you to citynewsroom.com. City Newsroom, Hajj fares could fall if city strength is sustained. This is President Mahama. He's suggesting that next year programs could pay around 50,000 cedis for Hajj. Call of June 9 strike. Rashid Pelpo to the Ghana Registered Nurses and Midwives Association. He says they should call it off and have a conversation on their issues. Now, Greda is raising concerns over low foreign developer participation, and government begins Kotka International Airport Terminal 2 expansion to ease Terminal 3 pressure. Parliament can't review Wontumi's bill terms. Go to court. This is Ahiafo to the minority. Now, let me take you to Graphic Online. Friday, June 6th, declared public holiday for Eid al-Adha. That is next week, right?
Yes.
So next week is a holiday.
Yes.
Unfortunately, the two of us won't have a holiday, but next week is a holiday.
It's a holiday, yes. But also, I am having some discussions with Sami Odami. So if those discussions are fruitful, but this is it also. The president promised 2, right? 2 holidays. So it means it should be Friday and Monday.
Oh, but this holiday, the other falls on a Friday, so we have the weekend to make
Oh no, but he promised 2.
So we should stretch it to Monday, so we have a long weekend.
No, I don't like holidays. I
think we have too many
holidays in this country, but
we'll be chilling on Saturday.
Yes.
Let me give you more stories. Ghana UAE signed $1 billion deal to build tech hub. Wontumi still in Yoko custody. Minority MPs disperse after their sit down a demonstration on the road, and Wontumi is under investigation for multiple offences. This is according to Justice Tremsai, and minority MPs boycott Parliament in solidarity with Wontumi. Those are some of the headlines on Graphic Online as well.
Great. Maybe we can get into the details, maybe starting with the news center.
Yes, I'll go to page 3. It's a story most of us have some knowledge about, but I'll give you some more details. A dramatic political standoff unfolded in Accra as members of the minority caucus in Parliament staged a walkout in protest of what they described as excessive and punitive bail conditions imposed on the New Patriotic Party Ashanti Regional Chairman Bernard Enchibu-Esiako, also known as Chairman Wontumi. Now, the protest reached fever pitch when a police riot control vehicle attempted to enter the Yoko compound. The already agitated crowd responded by using a pickup truck to block the vehicle's path, with others dragging car tires onto the road to fortify the blockade. Minority leader in Parliament, Alexander Afenyo Markin, was among the first to speak out, describing the 50 million Ghana cedi bill condition as outrageous and calculated to keep Wontumi behind bars. The Member of Parliament from Nshia South, Nane J. Bafwewa, strongly defended the walkout and protest, describing it as a constitutional right and a necessary civic action against creeping authoritarianism. Now, another strong voice was the Asante Achim Central MP, Kwame Anyumedu-Entry, who lambasted Yoko for what he called a deliberate attempt to detain Wontumi indefinitely. Now, Chairman Wontumi was arrested by Yoko on Tuesday, May 27, shortly after appearing before the CID for questioning. He was subsequently transferred to Yoko's head office in Accra, where he has remained since. Now, on why he has been arrested, the Deputy AG has given us some information as to why he has been arrested. Let me give you those details. It's on my Joy Online. It's on almost all the portals. Now, the detail is that, according to the Deputy AG, the ongoing criminal investigation is running concurrently with asset recovery efforts to prevent the suspected proceeds of crime from being dissipated. He says Wontumi is under investigations for multiple criminal offences, including fraud, money laundering, and causing financial loss to the state. Winston.
Well, I mean, like I indicated earlier, I think that the Wontumi's lawyers would know what to do. If they think that a 50 million bail is unrealistic, they should go to court and challenge that, and get it varied so that Wontumi could be granted bail. I do not think it was necessary for the minority to go. They can go there and demand to see him or request to see him. But going to sit on the road, sit on the streets, I think it was unnecessary. To be very honest with you.
Let me give you some good news. New Jubilee OCTP drillings to add 14 million barrels to our production. Ghana's upstream petroleum sector is receiving a major boost with the resumption of new drilling operations by two of the country's leading offshore producers, Tullow Ghana and ENI Ghana, in the Jubilee and offshore Cape 3 Points fields, respectively. The move, announced by the Ministry of Energy and Green Transition, marks a renewed phase of investment, confidence and technical activity in Ghana's oil and gas industry. The last time you were talking about the fact that oil prices are dropping, so our oil revenues will drop. But if you are getting more volumes,
then we are good.
Then you'll get more money. And for me, this makes me happy because you'll be getting more oil revenue, and you must use that oil revenue judiciously. You have some stories to share with us.
Yes, let's get into the Ghanaian Times for this morning, and the story that tighten food labeling law. So a professor of public health and nutrition at the University of Health and Allied Sciences, Professor Paul Amuna, has expressed concern over the poor labeling on most food consumables on the market, stressing that this posed a serious health threat to the country. He has therefore called for tighter regulations and policies on improved food labeling to protect public health across the country. He explained that labeling was not a cosmetic feature, but crucial for consumer education and informed decision making. However, most of the food on the market, especially locally produced ones, had no labels at all, and even those that had were not properly labeled. Okay, so
let me bring you some more stories from Parliament. Minority charges on Ablaka over embassy closure. Remember the U.S. embassy issue? The ranking member of the Foreign Affairs Committee of Parliament, Samuel Abujinapo, on behalf of the minority in Parliament, has strongly criticized the recent closure and reopening of Ghana's embassy in Washington, D.C., describing it as a needless embarrassment that has undermined Ghana's international standing. Now, on the same page of the Ghanaian publisher, Ibrahim Mahama slaps Bright Simmons with 10 million Ghana cedi suit. The story says businessman and chief executive officer of Engineers and Planners, Mr. Ibrahim Mahama, has instituted legal proceedings against the vice president of Imani Africa, Mr. Bright Simmons, for alleged defamation. And Bright Simmons has also released a statement on X, also known as Twitter. And he says that he used publicly available information to do his analysis. And after consulting with his lawyers, he stands by his analysis and that they are factual and that they will go to court. So that is it on Bright Simmons and Ibrahim Mahama. Let me give you some other good news.
Please go ahead.
Today is a Friday of regular news and more good news. Minister of Education signs $80 million partnership agreement to strengthen education. That's almost $1 billion Ghana cedis, right? $80 million.
Yeah, almost $1 billion Ghana cedis.
Now, Mr. Haruna Idrisu, Minister of Education, has signed an $80 million partnership agreement with System Change Architecture for Learning Excellence Consortium to strengthen education. Now, the $80 million follows additional grants worth $38.8 million, meaning a total of $118 million supplementary financing will now be invested in the Ministry of Education's flagship Ghana Accountability for Learning Outcomes project. And we understand this is a grant, it's not a loan. So this is good inflows to help us invest in basic education and improve the quality and the outcomes we seek to have in basic education.
Great. It means we can bring you the BBC News now, and it's brought to us by Fidelity Bank. Believe with us.
Business Daily is in 30 minutes. Who will control the future of the global economy and the minerals it runs on? In the final episode of our series on critical minerals, we brought together a global panel to debate the geopolitics, investment, and whether mining can ever be truly responsible.
This is the BBC World Service, the world's radio station.
Hello, I'm Sarah Smith, and you're about to hear Americast, the BBC's US News and Politics podcast on the BBC World Service. In today's programme, the Americast team have been answering listener questions on some of the biggest news stories in US politics. The week started off with a war of words between President Trump and the Kremlin. After a weekend of intense Russian missile and drone attacks on Ukraine, President Trump went on the social network Truth Social to criticize Vladimir Putin, and then he said this to reporters.
Yeah, I'll give you an update. I'm not happy with what Putin's doing. He's killing a lot of people, and I don't know what the hell happened to Putin. I've known him a long time.
So is there a difference between what Donald Trump writes on social media and what he says in front of the cameras? In today's programme, we'll also explain Donald Trump's ongoing war with Harvard, and we'll find out what's happened to the former US Vice President Mike Pence. That's all coming up on this episode of Americast. I'll be back in 5 minutes with my co-hosts Justin Webb, Mariana Spring and Anthony Zerker, plus Matt Charley too, after the news.
Hello, I'm Moira Alderson with the BBC News. Hamas has said it's unhappy with the new proposal for a Gaza ceasefire, which the US says Israel has accepted. A Hamas spokesman told the BBC that what had been drawn up contradicted earlier discussions his group had had with a US representative. Here's our State Department correspondent, Tom Bateman.
What has gone wrong, it appears, is that at the start of the week, Hamas had said publicly that they had agreed to the proposal that the Americans were putting on the table. Crucial to that was their understanding that during the course of this 60-day ceasefire, there would be further negotiations to extend the truce. And if those failed to reach an agreement, that the 60-day ceasefire would basically be extended. Now, what Hamas are saying is that the document they have back now that the Israelis apparently signed up to doesn't contain that condition, and specifically that there would be an American guarantee.
President Trump has described a court ruling that paused his global tariff plan as a horrible country-threatening decision. On Wednesday, specialist judges said Mr. Trump had constitutionally overstepped his authority when he imposed steep taxes on imports from almost every country. Here's our North America correspondent, Jake Kwan.
The appeals court's ruling has been described in the White House as a big victory. Peter Navarro, who's championed the tariffs policy, said the administration would find other ways to keep the tariffs even if it lost this case. A loss that would be, as President Trump described, the harshest financial ruling ever leveled on the U.S. In the same social media post, Mr. Trump scolded the lower court's decision, calling it wrong and political. He said the Supreme Court should reverse the decision quickly, an outcome that is uncertain given the pace of the American legal system.
BBC analysis has revealed that Russia made more than $25 billion last year exporting fossil fuels to the European Union. The data suggests that $4.5 billion more than the EU gave Kiev in aid. Our correspondent Vitaly Shevchenko has more details.
Half of Russia's LNG, liquefied natural gas imports, are still being imported by the EU. Now, this matters because more than half of Russia's exports are hydrocarbons, fossil fuels, and a third of Russia's state revenue is hydrocarbons as well. And of course, this is the kind of money that Russia is using to fund its war against Ukraine.
Military and political leaders from the US, Asia and Europe are gathering in Singapore for the Shangri-La Dialogue, Asia's top defence summit. The French President, Emmanuel Macron, is expected to deliver the keynote address as part of his Southeast Asia tour. World News from the BBC. 4 more people jailed in Hong Kong under China's national security law have been released after more than 4 years in prison. They include Jimmy Sham, who led one of Hong Kong's largest pro-democracy groups, the Civil Human Rights Front. The others who were released were Kinder Lee, Roy Tam and Henry Wong. They're the second group of activists to be released this month. The 4 were among dozens imprisoned after they organised an unauthorised primary election in 2020. The Japanese government says China has agreed on procedures to resume imports of Japanese seafood products, marking a step towards ending a nearly 2-year trade ban. Both governments have sought to end restrictions that followed Japan's decision to release into the sea treated wastewater from its crippled nuclear power plant at Fukushima. Our correspondent, Katie Silver, has more.
China was a hugely important destination for Japan's seafood exports prior to this ban. Now, officials from Tokyo saying that Japan's Ministry of Agriculture, Forestry and Fisheries, as well as China's customs unit, reached an agreement during a meeting in Beijing earlier this week. It's understood they're going to recommence exporting seafood to China after what they've called, quote, necessary procedures take place. It's unclear exactly what those procedures are.
Bernard Kerik, the US police chief who rose to prominence leading the New York Police Department through the September the 11th attacks, has died. He was 69. He resigned just months after he'd overseen the response to the 9/11 attacks on the World Trade Center. In 2009, he was sentenced to 4 years in prison for tax fraud. An international medical team has developed an artificial intelligence tool that can predict which men with prostate cancer would benefit from abiraterone, a groundbreaking new drug that halves the risk of dying. The AI test, unveiled at a medical conference in Chicago, studies images of tumours and picks out features invisible to the human eye. BBC News.
When you wake up in the morning and you know the money calling, oh, you go work, but you know it's out on your side. If I believe with us, if I hold my hand and believe, oh, cause you know it's out on your side. And when you dream, no say I live for you. And when you hustle every day, when you wanna go, anything you do, I live for you. If I believe I lay your side, fidelity. If I believe with us, fidelity. If I know I lay your side, fidelity.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the game of choices. Listen with rapt attention. Round 1, question 1. Elevator or stairs?
Stairs.
Now the second question. Less than 4 hours or at least 6 hours of sleep at night?
At least 6 hours of sleep.
The last question. Yomi yogurt or...
Yomi yogurt, of course.
Oh, I'm not done.
No need. That's my choice. Yomi yogurt.
Life is full of choices. Always remember that the choices we make today shape our tomorrow. Whether it's a morning start, a midday snack, or a dessert, our delicious Yomi yogurt is here to nourish you. Yummy, a nourishing choice. This advert is FDA approved.
It's the most action-packed breakfast show in town. The hottest music, the best giveaways, the great interviews, and all the laughter and fun you can imagine. Don't miss the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. It's the best breakfast show in town.
For decades, we have helped businesses connect with their trade partners all over the globe. From Ghana to Burkina Faso, Côte d'Ivoire, Benin, Togo, Senegal, China, Morocco, France, Netherlands, and many other countries. We have made it possible to bring Ghana to the world. We have brought small and medium businesses closer to their customers across the regions in Ghana with our SME support facilities. We have brought relief and smiles to the faces of families with our employee personal loans. With our cutting-edge technology and digital support, we take the burden of complex thinking off you, making life simple. That is who we are, as close as a partner. Bank of Africa. We are indeed the African bank with the global reach.
In recognition of Mental Health Month, join us for the Mental Health Forum 2025, a powerful free event championing mental well-being in Ghana. It's happening on Saturday, May 31st at the Accra International Conference Center, starting 10 a.m. sharp. Come experience moving stories, expert insights, and real solutions. Meet leading psychologists, change makers, and public voices, all coming together to say, your mind matters. Let's break the silence. Let's end the stigma. Let's heal together. Mental Health Forum 2025 Beyond Stigma. Brought to you by Premier Rehabilitation Center in partnership with the Mental Health Authority, Ghana Psychology Council, Joy News and Joy Prime. Proudly supported by the Ministry of Health, Vena Mineral Water, Dyson, Compute Ghana,
Telecel, Omni BSIC, Latest Foam, Melcom, Marina Mall,
Bistro, Le Magela, Save Bond, The Cafe, Polo Club, Gourmet Gardens, Premier 369 Limited,
and Every African.
Paying or getting paid? Koba day for you.
Driver, I don't have cash on you.
Oh, madam, you can pay through Koba.
Oh, you use Koba too? That makes it easy.
Receive payment from your customers and make bulk payment in just a few clicks.
Madam, I received the money.
Hello, Coffee.
Mom, you still haven't sent me the airtime, and the house internet is finished. My game.
I'm sorry, darling. Do that right away.
With Koba, you can send airtime to your friends and family and load data for some great entertainment.
Madam, here are the food stuff.
Thank you.
You can use the short code *365# or the Koba mobile app to make your payment.
Get a designated short code today and start receiving payment with real-time visibility into all your payments with Koba. Pay your suppliers and staff in just a few clicks. For more information, call 0200-404010.
Koba there, you click pew
and you hear pew pew. Transaction done.
Koba, our life simplified.
Sidi na buano, Sidi na buano. The WhatsApp big with Compute Ghana. Get extra savings, extra value on everything you buy at Compute Ghana. All thanks to the Macho CD. This is not just your regular Prime Week, this is Prime Week Extra. That's right, as your CD goes further, Prime Week goes extra. Enjoy our slash prices across all IT, mobile and home appliance brands as much as up to 50% off. Visit any Compute Ghana showroom or website to shop for Prime Week Extra and let your CD rule the discount. Call 030-275-2020 or WhatsApp 024-314-3143 for enquiries. This Prime Week is extra. Save more.
Dear business owner, congrats on not giving up on your business. You deserve a medal, and your business deserves to be taken to the next level. In fact, it's about time you run a Zenith Bank SME account so you and your business can enjoy the perks of the Zenith SME Business Card. Oga and Oga Madam status.
The Zenith SME Business Card is a Visa debit card for making secure payments for goods and services. Enjoy great benefits such as free customized digital SME training, free marketing toolkits, access to Visa practical skills training, and more. Unlock the potential of your business today. Visit any Zenith Bank branch nationwide and sign up for the Zenith SME Business Card, the ultimate payment solution for SMEs. For more information, visit www.zenithbank.com.gh or call 0302-680-884 or 0307-086-370. Zenith Bank, in your best interests.
It's the most action-packed breakfast show in town. The hottest music, the best giveaways, the great interviews, and all the laughter and fun you can imagine. Don't miss the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. It's the best breakfast show in town. It's the most action-packed breakfast show in town. The hottest music, the best giveaways, the great interviews, and all the laughter and fun you can imagine. Don't miss the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. It's the best breakfast show in town.
It's Friday! If you're turning on your radio, go for some joy in the morning.
Morning Show.
Wake up to joy, joy, joy. Sunshine and joy in the morning time. Yeah. Wake up to the Super Morning Show. Yeah. Wake up to joy. the Super Morning Show. Yeah, wake up to joy. Joy in the morning. Yeah, if you're turning on your radio, go for some joy in the morning. On the Super Morning Show.
Welcome to the Joy Super Morning Show.
Wake up to joy.
I know there's some of you who are probably thinking, oh, this should be DJ Obeti. No. This is not DJ Obeti. This is Kojo Akoto Boateng, DJ X-Ray, champion. George Kwe says, Massa, just leave it like this. Don't talk today. Loving the party. Allah. Is this Obeti or DJ Agrek? and guess why he says, oh, okay, I'm sure it's DJ Agrek, aka Kojo Akoto Boateng. So okay, there's another name. DJ Agrek. Oh, Charlie. I was loving the vibe. I was loving it. Oh, X-Ray DJ. Charlie, so this is your head you have been shaking. You take you enjoy the song past week. Were you playing songs you love or you're playing?
Sometimes I just miss the 2004, early 2000s to 2010s hip life and high life, So sometimes you just have to play some.
Oh, okay, and look, Dr. Promise Sepoga, you know him?
Yes.
Yes. He also sends his message and says, good music la, akpenami. So, DJ X-Ray, you do all for today.
DJ Agrek.
DJ Agrek. This guy has added, what is my friend, lawyer Emmanuel Dakwa saying? Anyway, Kojo, look, I was enjoying the music, but the show must definitely move on.
Yes.
We'll give DJ X-Ray a chance to do his thing
Maybe
again.
Tomorrow people must come for the rep your jersey.
Oh, you're playing?
Yes. I'll play. Oh,
you're one playing.
I'll take an hour and
Oh, okay.
Go back to the.
Oh, then
so
you
rep
must
your jersey tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then okay. That's nice. But look, this morning we're having a conversation about leadership. We're having a conversation about women in politics. We're joined by Right Honourable Baroness Aline Foster, first female First Minister of Northern Ireland. She'll be joining us right here in studios here on the Super Morning Show to have this all-important conversation. But also, we're told that the 24-hour economy, the policy document will be launched on the 1st of July.
Yeah.
That's Republic Day.
Yeah.
Okay, so this morning we'll have a bit of a conversation about it. What is it that we're learning could be in that policy document? What are the things that the government intends to do? Stay with us here on the Super Morning Show. But look, today, the 30th day of May, Toyota Ghana is offering free diagnostics, discounted maintenance, and 20% off Toyota genuine spare parts exclusively for all Toyota Starlet owners. It's the Starlet Day, so visit any of their branches in Accra, Graphic Road, Legon, or the motorway, and in Tema, Takrade, Takwa, Kumasi, and enjoy unbeatable value for money while exploring exciting trading offers too. Rush now for a new Toyota Starlet from any Toyota Ghana Company Limited showroom today, and enjoy 1 year or 20,000 kilometers, whichever comes first, free service with an extended warranty of 5 years or 120,000 kilometers, whichever comes first. Own your stardom with a new Toyota Starlet and make your automobile dream a reality today. Terms and conditions apply. Ghana drives Toyota Starlet.
And if you get your Starlet, make sure you give it the right fuel. Go get the Total Energies Excellium new formula. It's an enriched fuel. It gives you 3-in-1 action. It cleans your engine, extends its life, and lowers your fuel consumption. So go to any Total Energies outlets, buy your Excellium, fill your tank, and drive. Experience the difference with Total Energies Excellium new formula. Choose Excellium. Let me say good morning to you, Mr. Kumsin. How are you? And to Senanu Akosua, you too. How are you? Do you have the tortoise on your tanks at home?
Well, I do.
I also do. But I'm asking the people whose names I've mentioned this morning. George Kwe Abuaji, do you have the tortoise on your tank at home?
George, go and check.
If you don't, go and get a Syntex tank from Syntex Ghana. It's a champion of water tanks. It's strong, it's durable, and it's built to handle our Ghanaian weather. Rain or shine, Syntex tank has your back. So go outside, check your tank. If it doesn't have the tortoise on it, it's time to upgrade. Join the Syntex Tank family today and enjoy water storage that's tough like a tortoise. Call 0244-335-168 to buy or to find one of their 400 agents nationwide. You can also shop online at syntexgh.com. Syntex Tank, strong, tough.
And I'm sure you've heard the good news because SG Ghana is giving away lots of amazing prizes, including brand new luxurious Toyota RAV4 Adventure in the SG Ghana Deposit and Drive promo. All you have to do is to simply deposit 500 Ghana cedis or multiples of it into your SG Ghana account and stand a chance of winning big. Now, non-customers can open an account to participate, and so from now, it ends today actually. So today is the last day. Oh boy, make sure you do the honorable thing. You can win amazing prizes, including trips to Singapore or Dubai. Samsung mobile phones, air fryers, microwaves, TVs, and the ultimate prize, a brand new Toyota RAV4 from Toyota Ghana Company Limited. Minia will be 7Y. And the more you deposit, the better your chance of winning. So join the SG Ghana Deposit and Drive promo today. Visit your nearest branch or call 0302 214 314 for further enquiries. This promo is regulated by NLA on the Caritas Lottery platform. Terms and conditions apply. Societe Generale, the future is you.
And Kingdom Books and Stationery Limited is your number one supplier of quality office essentials, equipment, and furniture at affordable prices. They've introduced an online store for your shopping convenience. Go to kingdomstoreonline.com without moving your vehicle, it's just hassle-free. Just stay home in your office, wherever, and order on kingdomstoreonline.com. They'll arrange delivery to your homes and your offices within a reasonable time. And the good news is they offer free delivery within Accra and Tema and accept payment via Momo across all networks. But terms and conditions apply. At Kingdom, quality and affordability is their hallmark.
So GCB Banks wants you to know that they're committed to ensuring that your shares as a shareholder with them continues to thrive and yield positive returns. And so having accurate contact information on you will enable them to communicate important updates and notifications regarding your shares directly to you. So they kindly request that you update your records, that's telephone number and email address, with a bank to get regular, timely and relevant updates on your shares. To update your records, kindly visit any GCB Bank branch and you'll be assisted to do this. Or you may access their website, gcbbank.com.gh, or their shareholders portal, epay.gcblimited.com, /98/shareholders portal to go through a simple process to update your records. Shareholders registered on the CSD may contact their brokers for the necessary records updates to be done. With just a few simple steps, you can ensure a seamless experience and stay well informed about the progress of your shares. GCB, your bank for life.
And every time we eat, food and sugars are trapped between our teeth. So you need to, brush your teeth with the right toothpaste. That is Pepsodent Cavity Fighter. And Pepsodent is available in any shop near you. They are giving you Cavity Fighter in different packs. The 175 gram family pack, you can buy that for your family. 120 gram Ajakwa pack, 65 gram and 12 gram sachets. And buy what you can afford at any time. You can choose any of these options. And always remember to brush your teeth in the morning and before you sleep at night. Now, Pepsodent is recommended by the Ghana Dental Association, and they are giving you the opportunity to talk to a dentist for free. Call toll free on 0800 161 000 and talk to a dentist for free. Pepsodent, every smile matters.
So DJ X-Ray, a very good friend, Charles Benoniokind, sends this message. Listen to this carefully. Samuel Adami, listen to Charles. Listen to Charles Benoniokind. He says, "We are your listeners. We are telling you, we want the music to flow today. Allow DJ Agric to flow." This is our DJ Filler. Another name for you. Anyway, Fidelity Bank wants to grow with you, and so they say, from the dreams of youth to the ambitions of adulthood, wherever you are on your journey, starting a career, building a family, growing a business, or planning your future, they're here for your journey because they believe that every goal deserves a chance to flourish. And with hard work, dedication, and a strong belief in yourself, the seed of greatness is within reach. So trust in the journey and understand that Fidelity Bank is with you every step of the way. Together, let's turn your dreams into reality. They're here for your journey. Fidelity Bank, believe with us.
We will be sharing some more music as we go along on the show. But we'll be talking about governance today. We'll be learning from best practice, and we'll be talking to a baroness today on the show. Winston?
Yes, we're talking to Right Honorable Baroness Aline Foster, first female First Minister of Northern Ireland. She's first female First Minister of Northern Ireland. She'll be telling us more about her political journey, but most importantly about leadership and women in leadership.
And the president has also met industry and explained what the 24-hour economy is going to be like. It will be launched on the 1st of July this year. We'll be sharing some of the things the president has said so far about the 24-hour economy and what we've also learnt right here on the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. You can send your messages 055 1111997. What does a 24-hour economy mean to you? What would make your 24-hour economy work and help you make more money, help you live a dignified life, and build wealth for yourself and your family and contribute to national development? Send your thoughts. Share your thoughts 055 1111997. 091-222-1097. You're going to go for a quick break. When we return, more on the Super Morning Show.
EcoBank Mobile, they make me say, oh yeah. EcoBank Mobile, they make me crazy. Download it and use it. It gon' make your life so easy, yeah. Oh yeah. Download it. You go enjoy it. Hit my Brahmin check. Brahmin check. Hit my Brahmin check. Come make a download them for you. Cause you can pay bills, you can buy credit, you can pay school fees, even chest tights with the Apple. EcoBank Apple.
Life is easy with the EcoBank mobile app. You can pay your bills, transfer to and from mobile wallet, virtual card creation, transfer to other banks, express account opening, scan and pay, express cash, all at your fingertips with the EcoBank mobile app. You know, it's 5-star life with EcoBank. Can promise.
We shouldn't have gone to that party.
Masa, my head is killing me. Is that your stomach?
Yes.
What did you eat?
I don't know.
Get rid of your gastric problems with number 10 liver salt. Number 10 gives you quick, effective relief from nausea, indigestion, heartburns, hangovers, and hyperacidity. And with different fruity flavors such as orange and lemon, it's a pretty tasty way to end an uncomfortable situation. Number 10 liver salt from Ernest Chemist, because everyone needs a chemist.
This advert has been vetted and approved by FDA. Coffee in your cup and joy on the set. The Super Morning Show is always the best bet on Joy 99.7 FM.
Afternoon.
Oh, afternoon.
Please, Momo.
Deposit or withdrawal?
Withdrawal.
Ah, I like how you say withdrawal. How much?
500 Ghana.
Why allow cash out?
Yes.
I feel ball number no mami why?
0241 789.
Ah, nice one. Approve.
Please, the agent's name, is it Mipiska Bebre to Crime Ventures?
Hey, into what body you now?
She. My let I have to verify.
Always confirm the name of the person you are receiving money from before accepting a request. If you receive a request from a friend to send money to an unfamiliar number, call to confirm before taking action. Do not share your number with strangers for the purpose of receiving e-cash in exchange for physical cash, because the source could be criminal and result in legal actions against you.
MTN.
Ever wondered what else your Standard Chartered Visa card can do? It is not just for taking money from ATMs. Your Standard Chartered Visa card is the enjoyment card. Use it to shop at malls and supermarkets and for all your online transactions. Book and pay for that overdue vacation online and win fantastic rewards like airtime, Melcon gift vouchers, and a weekend stay at a plush hotel and many more. It is the enjoyment card. So next time you're about to make any payment, let your Standard Chartered Visa card lead the way, not cash. It is your gateway to secure, convenient, and rewarding payments. Visit the 360 Rewards website for more information. Standard Chartered, here for good.
FPAC is effective for headaches and relieves the symptoms of flu, colds, and catarrh. FPAC blows away the pain associated with sore throats. During and after a hard day's work, FPAC relieves you of body pains. After the day's sports workout, FPAC helps the body to control the aching muscles. FPAC is effective against feverishness. FPAC reduces body temperature associated with malaria and other fevers. FPAC is effective against rheumatic pains. You can find FPAC in all pharmacy and chemical select shops throughout the country. FPAC is not recommended for children less than 16 years of age, ulcer and asthmatic patients, pregnant and lactating mothers. If symptoms persist for more than 2 days, consult your doctor. FPAC blows your pain away.
FPAC Junior follows in the tradition of FPAC tablets, a trusted friend to relieve your child of pain associated with teething, catarrh, cold, and fever. The good that FPAC does for you, FPAC Junior does for your child. FPAC Junior is for children between 6 months and 12 years. FPAC Junior blows your child's pain away.
coffee in your cup, and joy on the set. The Super Morning Show is always the best bet on Joy 99.7 FM.
Your birthday messages on the Super Morning Show are brought to you by MTN. Everywhere you go. And Bank of Africa, the African bank with global reach. Bank of Africa, as strong as a group,
as close as a partner. DJ Agric, this is from Kwame. So he says, Charlie, the entire Vilandro staff, they dance for here. Thanks for a beautiful morning. And because of that, he says he's bringing you breakfast.
We want like kinky breakfast.
Oh, si abutre na me dia grow boy fe na make be shiame.
If you are bringing
si abutre,
it should land in our stomach and depreciate our hunger.
That be me dia grow boy fie. Who dey make be shiame? Si abutre. As for the other things he added, it's for your eyes only. That's why I've not put that one out. But lawyer Emmanuel Dakwa says, "Shall you spot there?" It says you spotted. So we have given you a new name.
When I get any legal case, you give me
DJ
a
Agric.
representation.
So my name is DJ Agric.
So from DJ X-Ray, DJ Joseph, DJ Agric.
DJ Agric.
When will I be DJ Construction and DJ IT?
let's ask George. Let's get into the sports center.
Yes,
but before that,
some birthday messages. Yes. Happy birthday to Odadie Bubune Stockport. Happy birthday to you from Sami, from the whole family to you. And happy birthday to Abla Ademena, Aram. Happy birthday. You work with EcoBank. Happy birthday to you. To Mr. Kwekuteria. Happy birthday to you as well. And Mr. Jotoku Efriye. And my dear little sister Irama Harvey. Today is your birthday. Happy birthday to you. And a special one also going out to Mr. Franklin Soa of Graphic Communications Group.
Another says, I wish my daughter Rachel Ewun Toma, who's a level 400 student at KNUST, happy birthday. May this year bring you happiness, peace, joy, and calmness. May you be fulfilled in Jesus' name. It's from your mom, Mrs. Ewun Toma. That's to you, Rachel Ewun Toma. But yes, Franklin's birthday.
Yes, today is his birthday.
Franklin Soa.
Yes.
Franklin, you sent me a message that we should go to church. I've seen that one, but unfortunately I am on air. Send the party one too.
If somebody who works at Vilandro will give you kinky on his birthday, people at Graphic will give you what?
Papers.
Front pages.
Papers. Anyway, let's get into the sports center.
Yes, and the
but
sports
today's
center.
also the birthday of my twin sister, Victoria Tamaklu.
And it's not your birthday.
She teaches at Safari International.
No, it's your twin sister's birthday. It's your birthday.
That's the one that's important to me.
So
happy birthday to you, Victor.
Yes. Yes.
This guy, Charlie. Let's get into the sports center.
Yes, and the sports center is brought to you by MTN. Everywhere you go, Standard Chartered Bank, here for good. Franco Trading, still phone papa and FPAC blows your pain away. And the football season is heating up. Catch every thrilling moment of the FA Cup, Europa Cup, Champions League finals, and the Unity Cup as well, live and in HD on DSTV. DSTV, your home of entertainment.
So, boss lady, yes, you, the go-getter, the planner, the do-it-all woman building her business one bold step at a time. MTN sees you, and we're cheering you on every step of the way, and that's why we created MTN Ejumapa just for you. It's more than a bundle. It's your new business bestie with special data and call bundles. You stay connected to your customers, suppliers, and everything that helps your hustle grow. But wait, there's more. MTN Ejumapa also comes with insurance benefits to help protect the business you've worked so hard to build, because we know you're not just working for today, you're building a future. It's time to level up, scale up, and shine brighter than ever. Dial *5060# now and grab your Ejumapa bundle, and let's get to work on your success story together. MTN Ejumapa, powering women in business.
And the League Cup is still happening. The Unity Cup.
Okay, the one that Ghana lost.
Yeah, we lost the Ghana Jollof Derby to Nigeria, but I think we played well. Yes, and Jamaica also beat Trinidad and Tobago. So Jamaica and Nigeria are going to the final. Yeah. And it's happening this weekend. So catch the big one, 31st May, and enjoy the game on DSTV. The excitement is really, look, you should see the Unity Cup. It's on point, and you can't afford to miss out. Dial *759# and enjoy the tournament where every goal tells a story, every match creates a memory. Go TV, love it. DSTV, your home of entertainment.
So she was born to innovate, lead, and inspire change. She's an entrepreneur. She's Ghanaian, and her community is waiting for her next big move. That's why Standard Chartered Future Makers Women in Tech program exists to give women entrepreneurs the platform to spark bold ideas, build thriving businesses, and drive real impact where it matters most. This year, we're going even further, making a deliberate push to include women entrepreneurs living with disabilities. Through this empowering initiative, participants will gain a dedicated portfolio manager to help shape their business growth journey, access to seed funding of up to 10,000 Ghana cedis, $10,000, I beg your pardon, Ghana cedi equivalent, tailored masterclasses and invaluable mentorship opportunities, a vibrant alumni network of entrepreneurs across Africa and the Middle East. Are you ready to innovate, lead, and inspire? We are looking for women-led or owned businesses using technology to transform industries and empower communities. Visit scwomenintechgh.com. Apply now and take your business to the next level. Standard Chartered here for good, and it's a birthday boy with sports.
Yes, Winston, but you will join us tomorrow at the Hits FM repeat.
Yes, I'm there.
Who are you bringing?
Am I supposed to come with somebody?
Oh, yes.
I'll come with my son.
Okay.
You've asked a question, I've answered. I'll come with my son. You want whom? Whom do you want to see there? Okay, the guy's microphone is even off. Continue.
Let me say happy birthday to you, Rahel Ewuntoma, level 400k NEST. Happy birthday to you. May this year bring happiness, peace, joy, and calmness. May you be fulfilled in Jesus' name. Amen. That's from your mom, Mrs. Ewuntoma. And that's how we welcome you aboard to the Joy Sports Center. My name is Victor Achutamaklu. We've got quite a bit from the Black Stars settling salary arrears to the team itself being in action tomorrow. But the money issue is more important, and that's where we're going to start from, because the Ministry for Sports and Recreation has cleared all outstanding salary arrears owed to both current and former coaches of the Black Stars, fulfilling a financial obligation that had remained unresolved for several years. The payments conclude a prolonged period during which several coaches and technical staff served without compensation while representing the country in major continental competitions. Joy Sports editor Fentio Tahiru Fentio has more.
In total, 11 coaches and technical staff were paid. The amount expended in this process was just 100,000 short of $1 million. The highest beneficiary of the ex-coaches that were paid was CK Akono. He was owed around $120,000. That has now been paid. His assistant David Duncan was also owed around $40,000. He's also been paid his money. Maxwell Krodu also served as an assistant coach in 2022. He was also owed $30,000. He's also been paid. Chris Hughton, who was sacked after the AFCON in 2023, has also been paid his arrears of around $68,900. His assistant was George Boateng. His arrears owed him was around $20,000. He's also been settled that. And it's not only former coaches that were paid. The current coaching staff had not been paid since they assumed office in March of last year. Otuado, for example, is the biggest beneficiary, taking home around $400,000 in arrears owed him since he assumed office for his second term. Other members of his backroom staff, including Joseph Pencil and Joseph Lawman, who's no longer in the job, have all been paid arrears. Fatal Dauda has also been settled, as well as Francis Bugri Tampoli, who was team coordinator, who was also owed around $33,000. This is welcome news, and in the payment, the disbursement happened after a comprehensive audit led by the Minister Kofi Adams, and it's a move that's welcome across the football community, both for its immediate impact and its symbolic significance. It restores a measure of trust and sets a very good precedent on how similar matters should be handled. But even more importantly, it brings a conclusion to a matter that had been hanging on the neck of the sports ministry for the longest time.
So the coaches and their families can smile to the bank in anticipation of the amounts that have been paid to them. Speaking of which, the Black Stars will be in action tomorrow when they take on Trinidad and Tobago in the third place playoff. The team lost that semi-final affair to Nigeria by the odd goal in 3. Regardless, head coach Otuado is looking forward to tomorrow's game, but was excited by the prospects he gave opportunities to on Wednesday.
So for me as a coach, surely we got some answers about players. I think some young players did really well, and we're still learning, trying to improve, and I think we got a whole lot of answers from our coaching staff, and we have to continue. So we use this also to give some good talents a chance who did well, and I think we saw today that some young guys can really have a very, very good career first of all, but also future in the national team, and some, I have to say, use their chance.
Right, let's talk about the Ghana Premier League next, because Kumasi Asante Kotoko will host Mediama at the Babara Sports Stadium in their final home game of the season. They're 5 points behind league leaders and will certainly be out of the title race if they drop points against Mediama. Here's the head coach, Abdul Karim Zito.
Because if this is supposed to be our last game, we should make them happy before we leave. So nothing but winning deserve to be given to them. The moment doesn't favor them, but I know they have good players, good sense of judgment. And the way it comes to consistency, I think Mediama also stand tall. They try to keep their players. So when you see them play, you will just enjoy it. If it tells us to do that, the match will be very, very fine and then very competitive.
Abdul Karim Zito is head coach of Kumasi Asante Kotoko. That game is on Sunday. They take on Mediama Sporting Club at 3 p.m. Accra Lions will be at home to Dreams FC. Brekum Chelsea take on Bebiene Gold Stars. Pando Hearts of Lions are at home to Bechem United. Vision FC, they have already secured their Premier League status for the next season. Regardless, assistant coach Hamza Oben is confident the team will approach their remaining games with all seriousness.
The motive behind this game is that we have to go all out and then take the maximum 3 points. We have nothing to lose than to take the 3 points. What is the normal preparation that we do always? We're going all out and then keep our ball playing game. That is our possession play game, and then take our early chances create. Then we put it at the back of the net and make sure we take the chances that we are going to create, making sure we take the maximum 3 points.
In the other games, Kerala United at home to Young Apostles. Accra Hearts of Oak, they will be on the road to Legon Cities, who are already relegated. And then Samatex 96 are taking on Diana Stars at home. Now, in the lower tier competition, the last promotion place in the Ghana Premier League will be settled tomorrow when Royal Tamale United take on Techiman 11 Wonders in the Division 1 Zone 1 playoff at the Accra Sports Stadium. Hearts of Oak's Kelvin Osayasebe, who joined them from 11 Wonders, is wishing his former team all the best of luck against RTU.
I know it's not going to be easy game, but I know what you guys can do, and I know the can-do spirit that is there. You did very well in the league, and it's left with the final push to bring Premiership back to Techiman. Let's make history for ourselves, and let's make people of Techiman proud of us. Sure wonders, sure wonders, sure wonders. Wonders for Premier, wonders, Beba. I will be there on Friday to support you guys. I wish you all the best of luck.
Right, so that was Kelvin Osiasibe speaking about 11 Wonders will take on Royal Tamale United tomorrow at the Accra Sports Stadium. It's their second promotion affair for Wonders in the last 3 seasons. Hopefully, they may be lucky for this one. Let's talk about the NBA, because Jalen Brunson scored 32 points as the New York Knicks beats the Indiana Pacers to keep alive their hopes of reaching the finals. They remain 1 win from clinching the Eastern Conference Finals, but the Knicks claimed a 111-94 home win to cut their deficit to 3-2 in the best of 7 series. Karl Anthony Towns played through a knee injury to record 24 points and 13 rebounds as the third-seeded Knicks led throughout. Here's the man looking back on the MVP for the night.
He was cooking. That's what I saw. I saw him cooking. Just when he's playing like that and he's hitting shots, obviously energizes everyone. But you understand, especially when you're getting points at that kind of rate, you gotta stop. You gotta get some stops, and you don't ever want to be trading 2s with 2s, 3s with 3s. You want to be able to get some stops while Cap is on that kind of burner. When he's on burner. So we did a great job of just executing, holding them to 23 points in the first quarter, something that we did not do well the last game. And again, it's a testament to these guys. After a tough last game, coming back to the drawing board and understanding the situation and playing with that desperation.
Well, let's talk tennis, because Novak Djokovic continued his bid for a record 25th Grand Slam title by battling into the Roland Garros third round on Thursday. Third seed Alexander Zverev, teenager Mira Andreev, and American title contenders Coco Gauff and Jessica Pegula, as well as Madison Keys, all won on a windy afternoon. But former champion Barbara Krejcikova and 9th seed Alex de Minaur all crashed out. Zverev had to chase down dozens of drop shots from Dutchman Jasper de Jong before securing a 3-6, 6-1, 6-2, 6-3 victory. Surprise 2024 semi-finalist Andreeva also took part of the powerful Ashlyn Kruger 6-3, 6-4 with an inventive approach and confirmed her caliber in the sport's slower surface after runs to the Madrid and Rome quarterfinals this season. Pegula, who is for a long time been the partner of Kruger in the doubles this season and the third seed, had to battle against fellow American and Lee, but found her best level when it mattered to prevail. Coco Gauff also moved ahead by beating unseeded Czech Teresa Valentova 6-2, 6-4, while fellow Grand Slam champion Madison Keys overcame Britain Katie Boulter 6-1, 6-3, but it was at the end of the road for 2021 champion Krejcikova, who fell 6-3, 6-3 to Veronika Kudermetova in that context. Tomorrow, the UEFA Champions League final will take place in Munich. Inter Milan are taking on Paris Saint-Germain. Jose Mourinho won the competition some 15 years ago for the Italian giants and looks ahead to the game.
I was worried they could win the treble because I didn't want them to win the treble. The treble is mine. But now that they lost the championship and the Italian Cup, I would love them to win the Champions League. But of course, Luis Enrique is doing an amazing job in Paris. He transformed the team. They lost, let's say, the player number one, but they rebuilt it in a fantastic way. So if Luis win, I'm also happy for him.
That was Jose Mourinho speaking there. Remember that tomorrow we're all heading to the Aviation Social Center for the Hits FM Rep Your Jersey event. But before we go, though, the Kwame Bufruits Foundation has launched a football scouting program in Ghana to identify talented youth for scholarship opportunities in the United States. Michael Frimpong has more in this report.
Spearheaded by Levi Korom, a US-based footballer raised in Ghana, the initiatives involves coaches from Grand Canyon University and several other American universities. The trials, held at the Boston Institute, aim to connect Ghanaian players with both professional football path and higher education. The program has already produced one full scholarship recipient, with plans to secure offers for 8 to 12 players each year. Coach Daniel De Oliveira Sechi, a former Venezuelan national coach, praised the local talent and reaffirmed the foundation's commitment to expanding the initiative.
And I'm very impressed with the level of this tryout or this showcase, because in some way it's what I expected. I didn't expect less, and it's probably more than we could find, you know.
The Kwame Bufruits Foundation plans to organize more trials in the coming months and expand the program by inviting additional coaches from US universities. The long-term goal is to create a consistent platform that connects Ghanaian footballers with academic and athletic opportunities abroad.
Excellent work by the Kwame Bufruits Foundation. That's how we end the Joy Sports Center. Gentlemen, join us tomorrow from midday and make sure you bring someone along apart from your family. It can be that business associate, your friend, but bring someone. And when you're coming, wear the jersey of your favorite football club. If you don't support any of the two teams, just wear the jersey of the team that you support.
Okay, thank you, Achu. We'll be there tomorrow, and happy birthday to you once again. I'll be reading your social media messages on the Spur Morning Show shortly, and your social media messages on the SMS, brought to you by EcoBank, a better way, a better Africa, number 10 liver salt, a refreshing relief.
And you know, every day people face different emergencies: police emergency, fire emergency, medical emergency, you name them. But many Ghanaians don't know the emergency numbers. Well, here's one you'd always want to remember: *770#. Yes, *770# is the EcoBank money emergency number, and *770# gives you instant access to loans, fund transfers, utility bill payment, airtime and data purchases, and so much more. You don't need internet for this. Just dial *770#. No need to panic in any money emergency, because EcoBank will always come to your rescue. Just dial *770# now for solutions to your money emergencies. EcoBank is the Pan-African Bank.
055-1111-997. Send us your WhatsApp messages. Hashtag Joy SMS. We'll read your messages on the show as we go along here on the Super Morning Show.
Which means that we can bring you the Joy Business Minute.
And it's brought to you by Anointed Engineering Services, the generator experts.
Hello, welcome to the Joy Business Minute, brought to you by Anointed Engineering Services, the generator experts. Bloomberg analysis has shown that Ghana's dollar-denominated bonds delivered 8.7% in total returns in May this year, outperforming the average return of 0.4% for emerging markets or developing countries. Commercial banks have revealed that there has been a record drop in demand for dollars by businesses for future transactions. This is contrary to high demand for dollars in the past, which heavily contributed to the city's perennial depreciation. Ghana and the United Arab Emirates have signed an MOU committing approximately $1 billion in investment to strengthen Ghana's position as a continental leader in technological innovation. And elsewhere, an appeals court has said US President Donald Trump can keep collecting import taxes for now, a day after a trade ruling found the bulk of his global tariffs to be legal. And that's the Joy Business Minute, brought to you by Anointed Engineering Services Limited, the generator experts.
And Anointed Engineering Services Limited is into sales of ultra-silent, fuel-efficient diesel generating sets, sizes ranging from 5 kVA to 3000 kVA at competitive prices. Now, this is it. They also give you 24-hour emergency services if you buy from them, and you get a 5-year warranty if you buy any generator from them. They give you quality spare parts, reliable rental services, professional advice, and they're also into sales of tower lights and rentals. So if you want to locate them, find them at number 77 Anointed House on the main Odoko Malam Highway near the Odoko traffic light. They have 21 branches nationwide. There is one on the Nkoko Junction on the main Kumasi Accra Highway if you are looking to get one in the eastern region. And they also have one at Pukwase White Houses. That's their latest branch opposite the Eco Block. Call them on 0243 480-334 0540-109-493. Anointed are your generator experts, and if you want to learn, you can go to them and get 80% practical training and 20% theory in generator services.
Great, that's very, very important. But of course, this morning on Big Story is brought to us by Telecel Connecting Energies and Yumi Yogurt, a nourishing choice. Our focus is on the 24-hour economy. The president has been engaging stakeholders, and we're told that it's going to be launched officially on the 1st of July 2025. But what's in there? What can we expect? We've been doing our checks here and there. We'll be sharing some of those things. But also, most importantly, we'll be sharing with you everything the president has said about the 24-hour economy, so you know what to expect when it comes to the 24-hour economy.
Now let me tell you about Telecel Cash. Is your secure and convenient cash platform, and it's still offering the lowest charges ever. Even better, sending money from Telecel Cash to Telecel Cash is still free on the Telecel Play app. So whether you are paying school fees or sending cash to your favorite people, send the keke with Telecel. Remember, you can make payment to other networks anywhere cash transfer is accepted as a means of payment. Dial *110# or download the Telecel Play app today. Na send the keke.
Well, my friend Nana Panzi sends a message, and he says that DJ with magical fingers, X-ray DJ are great. When we return after from these messages, X-ray DJ will be on standby to do one or two things again. Charles Beninokan says, Charlie, you can't stop this thing. But of course, later on the show, we're going to be having a conversation with the former First Minister of Northern Ireland, Right Honourable Baroness Aline Foster.
Yeah, she's in town for the investiture of the new Vice
Chancellor for the University of Gold Coast University.
Yes, we'll talk about how private universities are growing, lessons we can learn from that, and some lessons we can pick from her service as a public servant in Ireland, and what we can apply from some of the experiences that she has right here on the show. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
No gari, no oil, no plantain, just beans then eggs.
Hey, brah, that be dangerous combination, no?
Problem no day. I feel handle am.
For Telecel, with the Bob say everybody gets what they like. That be why Made For Me bundles day. Based on your usage, you fit get your own data and call packages. Fala! Made For Me bundles like the way you want them. That *530#, then buy Made For Me bundles today.
Telecel, connecting energies.
If you have 250 Ghana cedis right now, it can do wonders for you. Chairman, Fabeji, it could turn your tears into joy in the Access Bank Fakitwabeji Kese promo. Madam, Fabeji, it could get you up to 50,000 Ghana cedis cash prize. Business owner, Fabeji, as a student, make transactions with your Access Bank card, and that could get you Spotify and Netflix subscriptions, PS5, iPhone 16 Pro Max, and more. This be out of class sense. Fabeji, you see what 250 Ghana cedis can do for you? And Gasakra. Fabeji, it's the Access Bank Fakitwabeji Kese promo. Deposit a minimum of 250 Ghana cedis and its multiples in your new or existing account and be on your way to winning a share of the 580,000 Ghana cedis in cash prizes and other amazing rewards. The more you deposit, the more your chances of winning. Promo runs from now to September 2025. This promo is in partnership with NLA on the Caritas Lottery platform. Terms and conditions apply. Access Bank, more than banking.
Are you tired of rising fuel costs and frequent service and maintenance draining your budget? Are you a transport business thinking of the best eco-friendly and cost-saving option for a car? Then switch to the Serio Nano 3 electric vehicle. The Serio Nano 3 EV is proudly marketed and distributed in Ghana by Anointed Engineering Services Limited. The sleek Serio Nano 3 electric vehicle, with its advanced technology and high performance, emits zero emissions because it does not run on fossil fuels. No need to worry about a charging station because you can charge your Serio at home directly by plugging into the socket. The Serio Nano 3 electric vehicle offers unmatched comfort, interior design, fast charging, long-lasting battery, and a portable digital ultra-silent genset for backup charging no matter your power situation anywhere. Visit our brand new and ultra-modern showrooms in Accra and Kumasi. In Kumasi, Asukwa, in front of the TAT yard on the Ak Mayanka Road. Call our hotlines on 0544 340589 and 0243 480 334. Anointed also stocks genuine spare parts and delivers after-sales services 24/7 for our Serio Nano 3 EVs. The Serio Nano 3 electric vehicle. Experience a legacy of luxury modernized. Serio EV. Go electric.
I used to stress about where to receive my approach sticker and always used to doubt whether my friend has really sent it.
So I asked a friend of mine and he said his wife used to have similar challenges until she decided to receive money transfers from CBG.
Well, I can relate because now I receive my money from CBG. It's so simple, fast and secure with no delays and no hidden fees. And I must say, life is now feeling good.
Stay connected to your loved ones no matter where they are. With Consolidated Bank Ghana's money transfer services, you can receive money quickly and securely from abroad, whether through MoneyGram, Western Union, PayAngel, Transfast, UnityLink, RIA, EaseRemit, Thunes, TapTap Send, and TerraPay. Cash out your way any day with Consolidated Bank Ghana. Welcome to the good life. CBG, we stand with you.
We stand with you.
Joy in the morning.
morning show. Yeah, wake up to joy. Joy in the morning. Yeah, if you're turning on your radio, go for some joy in the morning. On the Super Morning Show.
Welcome to the Joy Super Morning Show.
Wake up to joy, joy, joy. Sunshine and joy in the morning time. Yeah. Wake up to the Super Morning Show. Yeah. Wake up to joy. Joy in the morning. Yeah. If you're turning on your radio, go for some joy in the morning. On the Super Morning Show.
Welcome to the Joy Super Morning Show.
Wake up to joy, joy, joy. Sunshine and joy in the morning time. Yeah. Wake up to the Super Morning Show. Yeah. Wake up to joy. Joy in the morning. Yeah. If you're turning on your radio, go for some joy in the morning. On the Super Morning Show.
Welcome to the Joy Super Morning Show.
Wake up to joy, joy, joy. Sunshine and joy in the morning time. Yeah. Wake up to the Super Morning Show. Yeah. Wake up to joy. Joy in the morning. Yeah. If you're turning on your radio, go for some joy in the morning. On the Super Morning Show.
Welcome to the Joy Super Morning Show.
Wake up to joy, joy, joy. Sunshine and joy in the morning time. Yeah. Wake up to the Super Morning Show. Yeah. Wake up to joy. Joy in the morning. Yeah. If you're turning on your radio, go for some joy in the morning. On the Super Morning Show.
Welcome to the Joy Super Morning Show.
Wake up to joy, joy, joy. Sunshine and joy in the morning time. Yeah. Wake up to the Super Morning Show. Yeah. Wake up to joy. Joy in the morning. Yeah. If you're turning on your radio, go for some joy in the morning. On the Super Morning Show.
Welcome to the Joy Super Morning Show.
Wake up to joy, joy, joy. Sunshine and joy in the morning time. Yeah. Wake up to the Super Morning Show. Yeah. Wake up to joy. Joy in the morning. Yeah. If you're turning on your radio, go for some joy in the morning. On the Super Morning Show.
Welcome to the Joy Super Morning Show.
Wake up
breakfast show in town.
The morning show.
Wake up to joy, joy, joy. Sunshine and joy in the morning time. Yeah. Wake up to the super morning show. Yeah. Wake up to joy. Joy in the morning. Yeah. If you're turning on your radio, go for some joy in the morning. On the super morning show.
Welcome to the Joy Super Morning Show.
Wake up to joy, joy, joy. Sunshine and joy in the morning time. Yeah. Wake up to the super morning show. Yeah. Wake up to joy, joy in the morning. Yeah. If you're turning on your radio, go for some joy in the morning.
99.7, and I'm sure you're wondering, you're asking yourself why the song, because X-Ray DJ had been dropping lots of high life songs, and then we've moved. Just stay with us, I'll tell you why shortly. But first, you deserve a brand new car.
Yes, I
so,
do.
VW Ghana is offering the Virtus Highline Saloon Tiguan Life SUV and Amarok pickup at used car prices.
Okay.
So where's the pride in driving an old used car when you can have one like a brand new VW at the same price? Same price, so just the same price. So just walk into the VW retail outlet with your used car budget and you may drive out a brand new car. Take advantage now. VW Rise and Thrive. Drive VW. Drive Ghana. Harry while stock lasts. T's and C's apply. So you can call or WhatsApp VW Ghana on 0257956688 for more information about their range of models: Virtus, T-Cross, Tiguan, Allspace, Terramont, and the Amarok pickup. But Kojo, let me just add that also that the Automobile Assemblies Association of Ghana, the Automobile Expo Summit,
the Ghana
Summit.
Auto Summit.
Yes, it's actually happening on the 17th
of
June. Yes, initially we had communicated the 3rd of June, but we've postponed it because you asked that you needed more time to be there. So it's on the 17th of June, just so you know. Yeah.
If you want to buy a brand new car, if you want to talk to the auto companies, if you want to understand how you can be a player in the industry, that is the summit for you to attend. 17th June, Conference Center. Join us. Let's do this together. And I know we all want a little more security, a little more of that Take Back song. It's beautiful, right? You want a little more sleep because more is always better. So let me put you on the Absa Assure account. Is the account that is not just a banking product, it's a chance to have more than you expect. The Absa Assure account gives you domestic and commercial accident insurance cover, hospitalization benefits, permanent disability benefits, death cover, and a bundle of essential banking services, all for a single fee. No multiple payments, just one fee for everything. So if you want more, of course you do, don't you? Just talk to Absa today and simply sign up for the Absa Assure account. Your story matters. Absa.
Great. So this morning we have a special guest joining us here on the Super Morning Show. Baroness Foster, who is the first female First Minister of Northern Ireland, joining us here in studio. She's in Ghana, so if you heard that song, that's a song that she likes so much.
Yeah.
And so we decided to start the conversation with that song. Good morning. Thank you very much for joining us.
Good morning, and thank you for playing my song. I really enjoyed it.
I'm just curious. We normally ask people why that song. Because if you had to ask me why I played all the song I've played, I'd probably be able to tell you this is the reason. But why that song? What's it about that song that excites you so much?
Well, I just love the lyrics. I love the band. It was one of my favorite bands. It actually was the band that was really about when I got married 30 years ago. My goodness, it's been on the go for 30 years. But it's just of a time, isn't it? Take that. But to me, they're timeless. I love them.
Yeah, they made really good music.
Yeah,
Robbie Williams and his friends. Are they still touring? Are they still making music?
I don't think. Well, they're still making music from time to time, and you see them pop up sometimes on UK TV programs. But they're certainly still about. Yeah.
I used to follow a lot of British, English, Northern Ireland, Irish musicians, and some of the Western European musicians. And it's interesting that some of them have been touring for about 40 years, and they keep going.
Incredible.
And sometimes you look at some of ours, and we also have some very good ones, like Ebotela. He's 87 years old. He's still touring.
Oh my goodness.
He started his music career when he was about 30 years old. So this man has been touring for like 50 years. Yeah. It's good, beautiful song. So tell me, Northern Ireland. For me, I know it to be a beautiful land. I've seen movies of Northern Ireland and all, but I think Game of Thrones was shot in Northern Ireland, right?
Game of Thrones was one of it was almost a game changer for Northern Ireland film and screen and our creative industries, because it really put us on the map for people coming to do movies and television programs. So we spent a lot of time talking to the people behind Game of Thrones to get them to come to Northern Ireland, and we were delighted when they decided to come and film there through our beautiful scenery, and then we had a whole industry built up on the back of that, actually, to support Game of Thrones and support what was going on there. So it's a global program, we know that. So that's really what put us on the map in terms of creative industries.
So your government, your people put incentives in place to encourage the producers to come and shoot in Northern Ireland to boost your industry.
We did. We tried our very best to make it as easy as possible for the people behind Game of Thrones, and I think they had a really good experience. Yeah.
Why are you in Ghana?
Why am I in Ghana? I'm back in Ghana, actually, because I was here about 18 months ago. I have a very good friend called Bishop Gideon Tidiofe, who's the force, if you like, behind what was Accra Business School, and which is now the University of Gold Coast. So I'm here because he's been made Chancellor of the University of Gold Coast tomorrow, and we're very much looking forward to that installation and being a part of it.
And so tomorrow, you're going to be a part of that event. Have you been looking at the educational landscape of Ghana? What thoughts do you have on how we can improve the landscape, for example, comparing it to education in Northern Ireland?
Yeah, so when I was here 18 months ago, I had a chance to look around what was going on, and I was actually part of a Ladies in Leadership conference, looking at how we could inspire women to step forward into female leadership. And my goodness, Ghana is taking a step in that direction, because of course you have your new Vice President and the new Secretary General of the Commonwealth, which is an incredible position now coming to a Ghana lady as well. So that was about ladies in leadership. I also was a part of the graduation ceremony 18 months ago, so I was able to see how young people had a passion for education. And of course, what I will say tomorrow when I'm speaking at the installation will be about taking opportunities and using education as a door to opportunity, and indeed to having that confidence to move forward with yourself, a belief in yourself. And I think it's really important to have a belief in yourself, not an arrogance, but a belief that you can do what you want to do.
You were the first female minister for Northern Ireland.
Yeah.
How was that for you?
Do you know what? It was a great privilege. It was a challenge, and I never thought that someone like me would become the first Minister of Northern Ireland, but I was very proud to do so, because I love my country, and I see that passion here in Ghana as well, love of country, which is so important, and I was really proud to do it.
How difficult was it to rise all the way up to be the first female Minister of Northern Ireland?
Well, you know, everything has its challenges, and it certainly did. But it was about having integrity in leadership. It was about having authenticity, being true to myself. And it was about having belief that I could do that. And sometimes when you're a female leader, we have what's called imposter syndrome. So you don't feel that you're good enough to go forward and to be a leader. But I was very pleased to have a support system around me, not least my family, my husband, my late mother-in-law, and I was able to step forward and to do that. And I think it's really important for women to have role models, if you like, and I was very conscious that I wanted to be a role model, not just to other women, but to my 3 children as well, who are very important to me.
When I checked your Twitter, your bio says mother of 3 great children.
Yes.
And I was wondering how you could combine all the things you've done to be first female minister, raise 3 great children, and multitask basically. It must have been a lot of work.
Well, it was a lot of work, but it's about having a system in place so that when something goes wrong and you're going to be late home, or you need to do something and one of the children is unwell, to have a system in place which you can fall back on. And that's where my husband and my late mother-in-law and my friends and family really came into to the fore, if you like. They were there to support me, and I always remember that it wasn't me doing this on my own. It was about having that system behind me as well.
Now, talking about support system, because you talk about that support system that was able to help you do all the things that you're able to do, do you get the impression that for women particularly, a lack of a support system impedes their progress in politics?
Well, I think it is. People say to me, women and men should be treated the same. I think that's a little blind, because we're all different, aren't we? And we all need to have different support systems in place. So for men, it may be a different support system that they need. And men and women's roles have changed greatly over this past 10, 20 years. So now we see men taking much more to do with raising kids and wanting to be there as part of their children's lives. And I think that has really evolved, and that's really good, I think, for the children as well. So it is important that individually you have the system to support you that you need, but I think for women, they have to think about that, particularly when they have children.
It's important what you just mentioned, men being present in the family and helping with their kids. And these days I see people like us, Winston and I, being available at home, taking care of the kids, giving our family some breathing space, and it's something we really need to talk about. Do you think this is the time for women to take over the world? I'm seeing, look, over the past few years, now we have the first female vice president for Ghana. We've had about 2 chief justices. We've had a female speaker of parliament. We have the Commonwealth secretary now, who is Ghanaian. If you go to the UN system, for example, there is Hannah Tete in the top 10 hierarchy of the UN, if my information is anything to go by. Is this the time for women to actively know and tell themselves that yes, the systems have been laid in place, the opportunities are ripe for women to move all out into leadership, national politics, and take charge of building the global economy?
Well, I think it's really important that we have balance within leadership across the world, because if you look at peace agreements, for example, the UN have been doing some work looking into peace agreements, and peace agreements which have female participation in them are more sustainable and last longer. So I think you're not just doing it because it's a nice thing to do to have women in politics and to have women in leadership. You're doing it because it actually matters, and it matters to the world that we have sustainable agreements moving forward. And women who are involved at all levels of society, not just in the high leadership roles, but at community level as well. It's really important to have women talking, having dialogue, because as you know, women in community organisations are usually leaders, although they don't see themselves as leaders, they see themselves as just doing what they do. And I think for those women at community level, it's important that we have the support systems in place, that if they want to move up and if they want to become more than just community leaders, that they can do that. And I think that's what's important, that we have those systems in place.
I like the fact that you are mentioning peace and peace agreement and women involvement. You worked actively in the peace process in Northern Ireland. There are a few movies I've seen that had Belfast being a symbol of resistance, but now there's peace, there's growth, and there's wealth being created in the system. I don't know if you've been monitoring what is happening in West Africa and even some of the things happening in Ghana. In West Africa at the moment, ECOWAS is disintegrating because some of the countries have moved away because of their own issues and geopolitical issues. In Ghana, if you go to a place like Boko, there has been conflict happening in Boko over the past years, and we don't seem to find a way to resolve this. Based on your experiences with dealing with in working on the peace process in Northern Ireland, what can you share some thoughts with us, how to deal with the regional issues, how to deal with some of the internal conflicts?
Well, I think the first thing to say is that every conflict is unique and every conflict is different. So you can't take Northern Ireland solutions and just impose them into Ghana or impose them into other parts of the world. But what you can do is look at what are the principles behind finding inclusivity and finding a way forward. And I think dialogue is really important, having conversations at a very local level. And that's where women, I think, come in very importantly at community level, because they will have those conversations at church, at their community groups, at school, when they're leaving their kids to school, and they will then find a way through what seems an intractable conflict. Because sometimes when you look at something, and I'm sure many people when they looked at what was happening in Northern Ireland in the 70s and 80s thought, oh, we're never going to be able to solve this problem. And I'm not saying the problem has been solved, because peace is a process, it's not an event. You have to keep working at it. And in Northern Ireland, you have to keep working all the time to make sure that we continue with the peace. And that's really important. So dialogue is the key and the way forward.
Winston, have you noticed that a lot of the photos and videos we see of the peace processes related to the events I've mentioned, you hardly see any woman in there? It's always the men.
Yes, you're right, but it could be a support system. Maybe you may not see them at the front row, but they've played a major role behind the scenes, and I'm sure Baroness Foster can tell us more about that.
Well, I mean, that's key, isn't it? You know, it's not just the people you see on the television or in photographs that are involved in peacemaking. It's the people behind the scenes often that are doing a lot of the very difficult work, and I think that's very important to acknowledge.
This is the Super Morning Show. We are talking to Baroness Foster, the first female Minister of Northern Ireland. She has experiences across different industries, from media to governance to the peace industry. A lot of thoughts on trade as well, and energy. Were you for Brexit?
I was for Brexit, and the reason I was for Brexit was that I believed that we needed to move away from the bureaucracy of the European Union to free up trade and to free up businesses, so that small businesses weren't encumbered with a lot of red tape which came from Brussels. So I was in favour of Brexit. Now, it has worked out that we haven't really got the Brexit that a lot of us believed would happen, and there's still red tape flying around and making life difficult for a lot of small businesses. But I think the idea of Brexit was to allow small businesses to flourish, and that's really... I used to be the Trade Minister in Northern Ireland, the Economy Minister in Northern Ireland for 7.5 years. It was one of the most wonderful period of my life, because you were being positive about business, you were trying to find relationships with other countries, and I think that was a wonderful time.
And talking about those red tapes, what's been the difference? I mean, what's been the problem? What's the challenge? Why aren't you able to overcome the very things that you felt you'd overcome by exiting the EU? Yeah,
because I think, first of all, the EU didn't want us to leave. I understand that. And the vote in the United Kingdom was 52%, so it was a small majority, and there were still a lot of people in the UK that wanted to retain that link with the European Union. So there was a challenge there, and unfortunately our government in Westminster weren't able to push forward in terms of Brexit in the way that we would have liked it to be. So we still have red tape, we still have things there that we wanted to escape from. However, the negotiations and the conversations continue, and the current government in London is engaged in what's called a reset with the European Union, and they're trying to build relationships so that we can all live together. Nobody wants to live apart. We're very important that we keep regionally together, particularly at this time of so much unrest in the world, whether it's in Ukraine or the Middle East. And I think it's important that we do work together, but also recognise from a democratic point of view that the majority of people in the United Kingdom wanted to leave the European Union.
Based on how things have gone, would you say maybe you could have done things differently or probably have stayed with the EU?
Well, you think about these things, of course you do, but I think what is really important is that when the then Prime Minister David Cameron, went to the European Union and said, look, we need to, use the word again, reset what we're doing between the European Union and the UK, he was basically told, well, that's the way it is, like it or leave it. And he had to go back then and say, right, well, we need to have this referendum to see whether people want to stay or not. And people in the UK decided they wanted to leave. And that has to be respected, because if you are a Democrat, you respect the decision of the people.
This is the Super Morning Show. We are talking to Baroness Foster. I think the resets in Northern Ireland and the resets in Ghana have something in common, especially talking about regional trade. We have the after to talk about, inter-African trade to talk about, but we'll go for a break. When we return, maybe we'll send the Take Back song back to the UK and to Northern Ireland for them to play in Brussels.
Yeah.
So that you take yourselves back for good.
Oh, I'm not sure about that.
But you take your thoughts on inter-African trade and some of the lessons from Brexit and how we should approach some of the pacts that we are signing on to within the continent. We'll be right back. Stay with us.
Ah, my little ones, gather around. Once upon a time in the heart of Accra, a man in his fancy car sought directions. But oh, the Ghanaian way.
Hello, bro. Good afternoon. Can you please show me where the Presby Church is?
Go straight. 10 left at the big mango tree with the broken branches with most of the mangoes falling. Ask there. Anybody will show you.
And when the Black Stars take to the field, every Ghanaian becomes a coach. The sacred cue for our beloved Gobe. As you wait patiently, rehearsing the perfect vibes. These, my dear ones, are some few moments that make our Ghana truly special. And as we share these stories, let us also remember a plate of lily rice, connecting our hearts through the flavors of our culture. Special moments are worth celebrating with lily rice. Lily rice, yenimno fritite. This advert is FDA approved.
Say donut, 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 donut.
Everybody follow not sa malaria. A 3D till no not now. Malaria chill. Oh, popo. What mean the day? I want the num no not. A dabako. Num no not. A damien no. Num no not. A damien sa. Num no not. No. Lonat scatter malaria. Lonat ide scatter malaria.
A quality product from Blaze GVS Pharma. Yenhwehwemu hu se malaria wo mojam ansa na wanum Lonat. Na nam yensearch na malaria no daso wo ho a ko hu doctor.
This advert is FDA approved.
Do you know that NIT is back in Ghana? Yes, you heard it right. NIT is back in Ghana, and Jackson Institute of Technology is the official partner. It's bigger, it's better, and it's here to revolutionize IT education in Ghana. Get ready for world-class training and unmatched opportunities powered by Jackson Institute of Technology. Jackson Institute of Technology is shaping futures with hands-on IT training for youth, students, and professionals. Courses include cybersecurity, Python programming, data analytics, networking and hardware essentials, and Microsoft Office Suite. We offer flexible schedules, affordable payment plans, and expert trainers with globally recognized certifications. Scholarships are available for women and girls. Sign up early to grab yours. You can locate us in Accra at Abna Atia Towers, Ring Road Central, or you can call us to enroll on 059 699 6037 or 059 699 6042. Take the first step towards your dream career with Jackson Institute of Technology, where your tech future begins.
City's not picky promotion. As you requested, we have dropped our prices for you. So rush to any Electroland showroom or authorized dealer store across Ghana and grab your desired Samsung, TCL, Media, and NASCO appliances at unbeatable prices. For your favorite TVs, refrigerators, air conditioners, washing machines, gas cookers, home theaters, microwaves, and many more, we have them on price drop. Thanks to the city's appreciation against the dollar. Enjoy convenient prices that fit your budget. Don't miss out. City is not picky. Electroland Day for you.
In recognition of Mental Health Month, join us for the Mental Health Forum 2025, a powerful free event championing mental well-being in Ghana. It's happening on Saturday, May 31st at the Accra International Conference Center, starting 10 a.m. sharp. Come experience moving stories, expert insights, and real solutions. Meet leading psychologists, change makers, and public voices, all coming together to say, your mind matters. Let's break the silence. Let's end the stigma. Let's heal together. Mental Health Forum 2025, Beyond Stigma. Brought to you by Premier Rehabilitation Center in partnership with the Mental Health Authority, Ghana Psychology Council, Joy News and Joy Prime. Proudly supported by the Ministry of Health, Vena Mineral Water, Dyson, Compute Ghana,
Telecel, Omni BSIC, Latest Foam, Melcom, Marina Mall,
Bistro, Le Majula, Save Bond, The Cafe, Polo Club, Gourmet Gardens, Premier 369 Limited,
and Every African.
I guess now it's time for me to
Coffee in your cup and joy on the set. The Super Morning Show is always the best bet on Joy 99.7 FM.
Got your lipstick mark still on your coffee cup.
And you still have here on the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM, and this morning we're having a conversation with Baroness Foster, who is first female First Minister of Northern Ireland, and she's here for the investiture of the Chancellor of the University of Gold Coast, Bishop Gideon Titiofe. That's tomorrow. We'll tell you more about that. But look, the EMY Africa Expo is back. Bigger, bolder, better. This is your official invitation to be part of the second edition of the EMY Africa Expo from the 19th to the 22nd of June at the Accra International Conference Center, after a blockbuster debut with over 10,000 attendees and over 100 exhibitors and over 20 industries. This year we're turning it up a notch. Whether you're in automotive, fashion, tech, real estate, health, finance, agribusiness, travel, lifestyle, or anything in between, this is your platform for visibility, networking, strategic partnerships, and media exposure that matters. Don't miss out. Register now at emyafrica.com or call 0202-018870 or 0302-738-727 for more information. EMY Africa Expo 2025. Show up, stand up, scale up.
And if you want to simplify your shipping experience, your go-to solution is DHL Express. So if you want to ship, maybe when Baroness goes and want to ship her some banku and hot pepper and fish to Northern Ireland, nice. We'll use DHL to ship. Whether you are sending personal or official documents, gift items, paintings, cosmetics, clothing, dried fish, processed foods, or importing from Asia, Europe, the UK, the US, or anywhere in Africa, DHL Express service makes it a breeze. All you have to do is to contact their main service points or their individual outlets across the country. Your shipment will be processed, whether inbound or outbound, and with real-time tracking, you always know whether where your package is. So call them on 0244-485176, 0571-137599, DHL, or visit their websites dhl.com. DHL, excellence simply delivered. We didn't ask you what's your favorite thing about Ghana. What's your favorite thing about Ghana?
The people.
The people.
And I really mean that, because it reminds me a lot of Northern Ireland, because people are so warm here. Yep. I mean, when we arrived, my husband and I, we arrived on Wednesday evening, and immediately, what can we do for you? It's so wonderful to have you back. Is this your first time in Accra? And when they heard it was our second time here, oh, it's wonderful to have you back. I just love the warmth of the people. I think it's incredible.
So your favorite song just played again, and the chorus says, whatever I said, whatever I did, I didn't mean it. I just want you back for good. Whether I'm wrong, just tell me the song and I'll sing it. You'll be right and understood. I want you back for good. You said you don't want, or Europe doesn't want you back for good. Which is which?
Europe may want us back for good, but, I'm a very proud Northern Ireland person, so I think I'll stay back for good in Northern Ireland, but I'll come to Accra quite frequently.
So you were part of the EU for years.
From the 1970s.
Yes, you exited. Now Africa is trying to get together to have a bloc to trade easily and all that. Based on your challenges and experiences within the EU, how should Africa approach after and our dreams to trade as one?
Yeah, well, I think it is important to have trading partners and to work together, but the important thing is that you don't get bogged down in bureaucracy, and so actually you make it more difficult for people to trade instead of making it easier. You know, that's the important thing. And for us in the UK, what we're trying to do now is to do the trade deals that we couldn't do when we were in the European Union, because when we were in the European Union, they do the trade deals for the 27 countries. Now, as the UK, we are free to do our own trade deals, and we've just completed a trade deal with India, which has today become the 4th largest economy in the world. They've bypassed Japan. So it's important for the UK to be able to do those trade deals. So what I think I would say to Africa, to West Africa, is make sure that you have the flexibility to do trade deals with the countries that you want to do.
What was the best thing about being a part of the EU?
The best thing was probably being able to travel freely. And for our young people to be able to travel, but we're now looking at those programs again it was called Erasmus, to allow young people to go and experience culture and education in a different country.
So
and
definitely that's something we should pick.
Yeah, I think it's important for young people to travel, to experience different cultures, and then they can take that back to their own country and experience that. So when I meet young people from Ghana in the UK, it's really wonderful. I actually have Bishop Gideon's daughter is with me in a couple of weeks' time doing some work experience in Parliament in the UK, so that's really good for her, and then she'll take back that experience to Ghana.
Will a single currency in Africa be a game changer for us?
Again, it depends on what you're looking to do, because you don't want to be tied into a currency that doesn't give you the flexibility to do trade in a way that you want to do that. So be careful about that. We didn't join the euro in the UK. We stayed out of the euro and not allowed sterling to be flexible and strong.
So we need to really think deeper about.
You do.
Okay. Let me take you back to the Gold Coast University. The main reason why you're here. So what's happening tomorrow? What should we expect? And how do you see the university 10 years on? 10 years from now?
So my goodness, Bishop Gideon, Lady Olivia, the team at Accra Business School have developed it in such a wonderful way for the young people of Ghana, to give them the opportunity to have the education, not just for themselves, but to build the nation of Ghana in a way that I think Bishop Gideon has a vision for that, really, to build Ghana into a modern democratic society, and it's wonderful to see that happening. So he's now taken Accra Business School to a new level. It's now called the University of Gold Coast. I'm really privileged to sit on the council of the university, and I hope I can help be a global ambassador for the university as it moves forward. So tomorrow is a very exciting day. It's a celebration. We're going to have a beautiful installation service that'll go on for quite a while, and we will celebrate tomorrow as the Chancellor is installed in his new position.
And in 10 years, based on all the work you've done already and the plans you have for the school, where should you expect to see the school?
I think it will grow in reputation across not just Africa but globally, and that's what we want to do. We want, when people think of the University of Gold Coast, they think of excellence in education, and we'll do that through the breadth and depth of the programs that we will deliver in the university. So that will grow over time. It'll become more international. It will allow students to look out into the world, and it's really exciting to be here at the beginning of this new university.
If I assume that because of your relationship with the school, we are going to see a lot more collaboration with northern schools in Northern Ireland.
I would love that to happen. I would really love that to happen. Already, Accra Business School has had relationships with universities in the UK, with Wrexham, for example, and I hope we can build on that over the next number of years, and indeed that's what we will be doing over that time.
We're wrapping up here on the Super Morning Show with Baroness Foster. Let me say a good morning to her family. Yes, she said earlier that she could only make it because she had a very, very supportive family. So good morning to the family.
I'm sure they'll be listening to me.
Yes, I'm sure one of them is looking at you right now on our screens. Let's wrap up with Donald Trump. You can't discuss global issues now without discussing Trump. We just talked about Brexit, your challenges. Now, every economy is strategizing to counter whatever the president of the United States is doing. Any thoughts? And how is the UK dealing with it? You just signed a deal with India, which is a big deal for you. What should a country like Ghana? How should we position ourselves to absorb some of these shocks and actually prevent them from hitting our growth and our economy?
Well, you know, I didn't get saying this when we were talking about trade, but I think this is important. I hope that the Commonwealth will play a role in helping the smaller countries, because, you know, one of the principles of being a part of the Commonwealth is that we have regard for smaller countries within the Commonwealth. And I think it can play a real role in terms of trade. And I'm sure the new Secretary General is taking all of that into account, because trade and doing business in the world has now become the big issue, hasn't it, because of Donald Trump. And he, of course, is a disruptor. He's come in to office democratically. We always have to remember that. He has been put there by the people of America, and he has been given this mandate that he believes to put America first. So if he's putting America first, what does that mean for the rest of the world, and how can we work with him? And again, sorry to come back to this, but it's about dialogue. It's about engaging with him. It's about having those conversations and letting him understand what it means if he does what he's saying he's going to do. Because it'll not just impact on the country that he puts the tariff on, it'll impact upon the global economy. And that has an impact then for America as well. So I think dialogue's important. I know Donald Trump has become this huge figure that everybody has a particular view of, but at the end of the day, as a Christian, you have to see him as a person, as an individual, and I hope that we can work together with him.
Any thoughts for our president? You are resetting, he's also resetting. What do you think he should do to really build an economy which is sustainable, which is resilient, and creates value for the current and the future generation?
So, as I understand it, the economy has become stronger in Ghana, and I very much welcome that, and I very much welcome the fact that that is happening. I hope that the University of Gold Coast can play a role in that when we educate the leaders of the future. We're looking to the future, we're looking outwards. I am always struck by the fact that Ghana is such a proud place to come to. I mean, you fly your flag everywhere, it's around trees, it's flying everywhere. Being proud of your nation is a really important thing, and I think that has an impact on younger people then, because they want to work for their nation state and they want to be a part of it. So congratulations on the pride that you have. I think it's really important.
Great, Baroness Foster. So I'm sure you're delivering a speech tomorrow.
I am indeed, yes.
Okay.
It's about the importance of education.
Importance of education.
Yeah.
I like that. I like, people telling me what to expect tomorrow. So I want you to probably share a paragraph or two in your speech with us, talking about the importance of education before we wrap it all up.
Okay, so I will reflect on why education has been so important to me in my life. The fact that I was the first of my family to go to a grammar school and to university, and how that has opened doors for me. And then reflect on why education is important for the young people here in Ghana as well. So that's the sort of thing I'll be talking about.
Great. Thank you so much for joining us this morning here on the Super Morning Show. We're grateful you made time to join us. And enjoy your stay in Ghana. I'm sure you'll try some Ghanaian food.
I will, absolutely. I'll be having some goat stew.
Goat stew?
Oh, okay.
With some ampesi?
Yeah. With what?
Ampesi?
Yeah.
All right. Thank you very much for joining us here on the Super Morning Show. Baroness Foster, first female First Minister of Northern Ireland, here on the Super Morning Show. Stay with us. We're right back with more.
Oh, yeah. Got a fist of pure
Joy FM and the Multimedia Group on this remarkable 30-year milestone. 3 decades of informing, entertaining, and shaping national conversations. It's no small feat. You have built a brand that continues to command respect, challenge thinking, and connect communities. And for that, you deserve every applause. From all of us as Media General, we salute your journey, your people, and your purpose. May the next chapter be even more bolder and richer in impact. Here's to 30 years of joy and to the future you continue to inspire.
Gotta straighten up your acting, boogie down.
Point 7 FM. My name is Kojo Akoto Boateng. I'm in the studio today with Winston Amoah. So far, we've spoken to Baroness Foster. We've also touched on, some of the issues, everyday issues in Ghana, and the big issue of the 24-hour economy. Before we wrap up on the show, we'll bring you some of the highlights that the president has mentioned will be a part of the 24-hour economy. But you know that every year MTN brings the big festival, the big Yellow Momo Festival. And this year is happening again. And Mobile Money Limited has launched the Momo Festival with exciting activities designed to engage customers. The train started in Kumasi, is now in Accra. And with me in the studio to discuss the Momo Fest is a man I've known for years. He's a manager for FinTech Distribution, Mobile Money Limited. And his name is Mr. Tony Boateng, my namesake. He's my brother from another mother. And this morning I was DJing.
I heard. So
I sending messages.
I didn't know you had.
Oh, but the DJ's DJ is here. You dropped your DJing skills for technology and big money. Tony, good morning. It's good to see you. Good to see you.
It's been a minute.
Yes. And this thing you are wearing, Charlie, we are all Momo customers. So.
You see, because you understand.
Charlie, it's good to see you, man. It's good to see you.
Good to see you too.
DJ Slim was in the other room the other day. Yeah. And Andy Dusty was also in the other room. You left us.
Yeah. I still keep in touch though.
Yes.
And Andy as well.
Yeah. Now, before we move into our main conversation, tell us how Mobile Money Limited is driving financial inclusion in Ghana. I am a big beneficiary of your business because it enables me to send money, receive money, do business, and do all sorts of things. But how are you driving financial inclusion for all of us?
Yeah, sure. Kojo, thank you. And let me say a good morning to your cherished listeners this morning. Once again, let me also say a big thank you to them for how far they've actually held on to us to this level. Mobile Money started 16 years ago. It more or less started like a dream.
Mm-hmm.
Today, I can say it's the order of the day. Today, what we are doing is to ensure that we drive payment solutions across the length and breadth of the country. We've offered services like Momo Pay, where customers are able to pay for goods and services using their mobile phone. We've made transactions very easy. You do not need to carry physical cash to embark on your day-to-day activities. Typically for traders who normally move from one place to another, it makes it quite easier for them to be able to move to areas to have payments done with ease. So to us, it's a success story, and we are not giving up now. We still believe that there are a lot of things we need to do to be able to ensure we make our customers' lives a whole lot brighter. Today you realize that we have the Momo app. Mm-hmm. We believe that as we move from as we evolve, there's a need for us to ensure we give customers what they need. So today we have a Momo app. If you go to your Play Store or your Android, let me say iOS or the Apple, sure, you have the Momo app. Initially, it used to be the My Momo app. We've done some few changes. It's the Momo app. As you can download it, have your transactions done. We believe technology is evolving, and we need to as well make that conscious effort to make our customers also enjoy what it is. So yes, Momo, we have agents who ensure that they support customers to withdraw and then also deposit. We also have merchants who also ensure that when customers move to shops, they move to the market. We've empowered them to be able to accept mobile money as a medium of payment, which to us is a success story. And we still count it. We have like 17, close to 18 million customers today who are actively embarking on mobile money related activities. And I think this is something that we believe we are driving in the payment corridor. Yes.
You know, since I became a mobile money customer over 10 years ago, and with all the integrations you've done, even with banks, I hardly see cash. The last time I saw cash this month was when our producer Sami Odame gave me some cash. Personally, I hardly see cash because now everybody accepts Momo.
Exactly.
If I go to the market, Momo. The last time I paid for a church fair with Momo, and I think it's a good job you guys have done, and you keep doing. So Momo Fest, what really is Momo Fest, and how is it bringing value to customers and delighting us?
Well, so in recent years, we normally select, let me say, a month to celebrate the inception of Momo. We started in 2009 in July. So on a yearly basis, what we do is that in August, July and August, we celebrate some couple of activities to excite our customers. However, this year we decided to take it to a different level. We felt that we don't necessarily have to wait in July or August to excite our customers. It's going to be a whole year-round activity. So we've outlined a couple of activities. Just as you rightly stated in your introduction, we started in Kumasi. It's simply the Momo Festival. So on a weekly basis, we move to communities, institutions, and in the markets to ensure we drive some top-of-the-mind awareness, especially on fraud. We believe that just as technology is evolving, we have some recalcitrance in the system, which we believe we need to create that awareness on. So basically, we do this by going to some communities, selected communities. We went to Kumasi. It was just fun. We were able to drive some numbers as well. We were in Medina last 2 weeks, where we actually had some hotspot activations. We select locations just to be able to sell a bouquet of the product and services we have. Prior to that, we also have what we call the game night and the drama. We believe that in as much as we also drumming home the fraud campaign, there's a need for us to also have something practically done for our customers to have a fair understanding of what we are trying to preach. So there's a drama night, which basically we will be showcasing some of the fraud typologies which we believe customers should be very much aware of. Of course, what we do is that we do a just for you activity. We try to translate it into the dialect within which we actually find ourselves, especially in the communities. So Momo Festival basically is something that is really bringing some fun. It's also giving you the opportunity to be able to have first-hand, let me say, information or first-hand product and service that had our stands. So this week, what we are doing is that we started with some hotspot activities. Last week we were in Kaswa.
So we've been to Kumasi, Medina, Kaswa.
Yes. So this week we are at Nungwa.
Okay.
Right, sure. We've started.
Which part of Nungwa?
So just at Nungwa Trotro Station, just directly opposite the Nungwa Secondary School. We have a couple of activities outlined. This evening we'll be having the game night and then the drama night as well. So basically, what you need to do is just to download your Momo app. Just be there. It's free.
You download your Momo app.
Yes.
We join you.
Yes.
And we can be a part of the game night, the drama night.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. And for the game night, you stand a chance of winning up to like 10,000 CDs.
I was going to come there because you've spoken about all the other things.
Exactly.
And you're not speaking about the things I see you do.
Yes, we save the best for the last.
MTN giving a lot of things to customers. Sometimes phones, sometimes MTN Momo Limited is giving out money. You are supporting people. One thing that was very heartwarming to me was the building you built for the woman you used for your first ad. Mensako, and the support you give to SMEs as well. So all that is happening within the Momo Fest.
So we are in partnership with the MTN business, right, to provide some tailor-made solutions to businesses, SMEs who would want some level of support in terms of how to start up their business and some service they would require to be able to make their businesses efficient. So this particular activity, we are in partnership with the MTN business. We have IO Insurance. You can have all your insurances done with IO. We're also in partnership with some financial institutions, GCB, Republic Bank, and then we have the FMB as well. So we are in partnership with all these, let me say, outfits.
So it's the full bouquet?
Yes. So when you come there, it's either you are paying with your Momo app or you are paying with your bank app. It's just to ensure that we make our customers feel the digitalization agenda.
And there are insurance solutions as well, business support solutions, SME development.
Exactly.
This is the full bouquet. So if you're around the Nungwa area, you need to be around at Lorry Park today, tomorrow. In fact, if you are in that eastern part of Accra, right, southeastern part of Accra, Nungwa, Ashaiman, Tema, all those areas, you should be a part of this weekend. They're starting tonight into tomorrow. But Tony, tell me about the fraud related stuff. It's been a big issue. People talk about it every time. We get messages, loads and loads of messages on fraud and related activities. How is the fraud campaign going? What should people know to protect their money with MTN Mobile Money Limited and not to fall to any of these fraudsters? Right.
So today I would say there's a whole campaign that we are actually embarking on just to give our customers that level of comfort. Our systems are very secure, and I would say that we believe or we feel that most of the fraud typologies happens through the social engineering. So we have actually the main reason why we have been coming up with the drama night, just so that we can have some practical or showcase some of the things that some of the fraudsters are able to use to more like defraud our customers. However, there are some basic golden rules which we believe our customers should get to know or get to understand, and it's typically what we've been drumming home each and every day on every platform. You do not entertain any calls on your mobile phone. MTN Momo will not call you to engage you on your phone on a raffle or a promotional activity. We believe in giving back to the community. That is exactly why we are even embarking on the Momo Fest. So we will not call you to take any amount from you to be able to be part of any promotional activity. In most cases, we always give out. We will call you with a 024 for 300,000 for you to visit any of our offices for verification and of course some further engagements. Number two, do not give your PIN codes out, and you do not also give your phone out to customers to embark on transactions on your behalf. Typically, you go to merchants, you go to agents, and some people, I'm not saying our agents are not credible, but of course, we cannot trust everyone. There's a need for us to create that visibility in terms of some awareness to our customers. When you want to embark on transactions, own your wallet. Do not share your PIN code with anyone. If you feel in any way that your wallet or your PIN code has been compromised, you have every right or you are at liberty to change it 100 times. Yes, if you feel it's been compromised, that is the flexibility of mobile money. So these are the basic things we believe our customers should be very careful of, or should just also understand that the process are evolving day in and day out. Just as we are bringing, we are evolving into some technological realms. They are also, I mean, trying to do things to be able to fit into the system. But we have that authority to be able to ensure that we do not entertain these fraudsters. Yeah.
My very good brother Tony B from Mobile Money Limited. It's been good seeing you this morning. It's even
very
better
refreshing.
hearing you talk about the Momo Fest, which is helping us grow business, do better, and live conveniently. I wish you all the best as you go along this weekend. So after this weekend, there'll be more activities.
Yes. So we have it's a train.
Okay.
Right. So we select communities. So if you are listening to me, just stay put, watch out. We are coming through. However, just to add this as well, tomorrow there's a UEFA Champions League. We have partnered DSTV to be able to showcase that match at the Trotto station. So typically to Arsenal fans, they should come and watch. Just so we can have a good time. Right afterwards, we'll be having an artist night. We'll have Kwakese, we have Kwesi Arthur, we have Keche coming through as well. Yes.
Full party.
And then we have the SRC president for UG Guru also passing through to perform. It's going to be fun. Just pass through.
Fun.
Yeah, sure.
Just pass through. Tonight is happening at Nungwa. Tomorrow it continues. Momo Fest brought to you by Mobile Money Limited. Be a part of this.
You can follow us on our social media handles. That is Momo from MTNGH. Yes, just to catch the fun. If you are
That's
not
the official social media handle. Momo from MTN.
Yeah, on X, on IG. Yes, just follow us. Yeah. Thank you.
Mr. Tony Boateng is the manager for FinTech Distribution, Mobile Money Limited. It's always great to talk to you and to see you. I wish you all the best.
Thank you.
This is the Super Morning Show. We'll go for a quick break. We'll be right back.
Thank you for making me number.
No, Mechano, Osiope Mistyle, no, Ochame Kwame featuring on a tiny song, and it also has Richie and Asem. And you are still listening to the Super Morning Show. Now, let me take you to Jackson Institute of Technology, the future of IT education in Ghana. If you are ready to dream, then deliver in the world of IT, look no further than Jackson Institute of Technology. It's the only NIT authorized training center in Ghana. And they provide world-class IT training for individuals and corporate organizations. They equip with industry-relevant skills in software development, cybersecurity, networking, cloud computing, AI, and a whole lot more. Find them at Ring Road near Circle in the heart of Accra's Central Business District, and in Kumasi at the Jackson Educational Complex headquarters in Ejasi near KNUST. Call them on 059-699-6037, 055-271-14635. If you are also looking for a space for your corporate event, seminars, and training sessions, they have a state-of-the-art auditorium. So call them on 055-271-4635 and sign up for that. Visit them on their website, jit.edu.gh. JIT, your gateway to a thriving IT career. And you, yes, I mean you. You're a go-getter, you are the planner, you are the do-it-all woman. You are building your business one bold step at a time. Now MTN sees you and they are cheering you every step of the way. That's why they've created the MTN Ejumapa just for you. It's more than a bundle. It's your new business bestie with special data and call bundles. You stay connected to your customers, suppliers, and everything that helps your hustle grow. So wait, there's a whole lot more. The Ejumapa also comes with insurance benefits to help protect the business you've worked so hard to build, because they know you are not just working for today, you are building a future. So it's time to level up, scale up, and shine brighter than ever. If you're around the Nungwa area, you can join the Momo Fest tomorrow, because the MTN business people will be there, the banks will be there, all the partners will be there, and they'll help you sign up to the MTN Ejumapa bundle and help you grow your business. But you can also dial *5060# now, grab your Ejumapa bundle, and let's get to work on your success story together. MTN Ejumapa, inspiring women in business.
Girl, I love the way you are. So would you be my superstar? You know the name.
So live here on the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM, and our friends from Ashesi University are joining us this morning. Dr. Disraeli Asante Dako is Associate Professor and Director of the Ashesi MBA, and Dr. Hayden Noel is a Clinical Associate Professor, University of Illinois. And thank you, all of you, for making time to join us this morning.
Thank you as well.
Thank you for having me.
I believe you're doing very well.
Yeah.
Dr. Hayden, you like the song that we're playing, right?
Yes, wonderful song, wonderful song. As I said, I'm old, but I'm not cold. I like music.
Yeah, I like that one. You're old, but not cold. I like that. I mean, music is food for the soul, you know.
Absolutely.
Yeah, great. So let's get into it, and let's talk about, the Ashesi MBA. Ashesi University has a reputation for innovative, value-driven education. So what specific leadership and strategic gaps in Ghana and across Africa has motivated Ashesi to launch the Ashesi MBA at this moment? Dr. Asante Dako.
All right. So if you look at our landscape, one of the things we have bordering our leadership area is ethics, critical thinking, problem solving. And these are the three pillars that Ashesi MBA is actually built on. So we've developed a program that seeks to look at the ethical structures of leaders and what it means to lead ethically on the continent. Instead of identifying problems and whining about them and always, pushing it and shoving it on somebody else, we are looking at how do we address, solve these problems. So how do we build leaders and give them the capabilities to identify problems and rather see them as an opportunity to actually solve these particular problems. So that's the problem solving ability. And then to critically think through things. So instead of these shorthand ways and, short problems and these knee-jerk solutions we keep on, having within our landscape, right? How do we then critically assess problems, look at it from end to end, and provide solutions that are long-lasting? And upon these three pillars, we've developed the Ashesi MBA program.
I mean, how do you intend to achieve all the things you're telling us? Traditionally, you go into an MBA, it's very little time to do all these things you're talking about.
So what we've actually done with the pedagogy as the teaching approach is to look at the case-based learning, the problem-based learning, and the Socratic method. So in your traditional MBA programs, as you've rightly said, you go in and then we just keep on tossing you chapters and theories after theories. That's not what the Ashesi MBA seeks to do. on the HSC MBA, we seek to put the students in the mindset of leaders that have actually either run businesses successfully or actually failed at it. So in the case study pedagogy, what we are doing with you is that we're allowing you to think through the various happenings in the business world, what people have done, what examples are there to emulate from it, and how you can use those examples to either go back to your organization and actually implement them based on what you're actually learning from the class.
So you just told us that the Ashesi MBA is built around real business needs and in Ghana and the broader African business landscape. You're not just doing theories, you're solving problems. Could you just walk us through how the program's design responds directly to these demands across the public, private, and civil society sectors?
So in designing this program, the traditional approach is academics sit down, academics like us sit down and then tell you what the theories and concepts should look like. The HSC development design, program development didn't take that approach. We actually did a focus group discussion, met with all industry players, and actually asked them what are the gaps you actually have in these, your sectors, and what's the thing that you think leaders that are coming into your organization should actually come into these organizations with, right? And this was done model after model. So if you pick a marketing model, we start with various people that are within the space and not just the academics coming in with their theoretical perspectives. So we sat in with Indes and co-developed these programs. So we've designed these programs to actually solve a particular problem within the industries and not just just telling you that the usual theoretical approach of doing things. Yeah.
Is there anything you want to add, Dr. Hayden?
No, he said it perfectly, especially if you use the case-based method. That pedagogical approach actually ensures that students have they develop what's known as practical intelligence. There are three types of intelligences. Professor Sternberg at Cornell, he coined the phrase triarchic intelligence. So you have analytical intelligence, you have creative intelligence, you have practical intelligence. A lot of MBA programs try to develop analytical intelligence. So people are able to spout models, they're able to tell you what this theory might look like and how it could be useful. But with the HSC MBA, we not only do that, we try to ensure that there's practical intelligence, which means they can take the theories and apply them to a problem, a practical problem. And that way, you can see the learning in action, so to speak. And you do that by presenting them with multiple contexts with the cases, real world context where they can apply the learning. I was talking to someone yesterday and I said, my first time in Ghana, my first time on the Guinean roads, and it is organized chaos. So think of if you train someone on a test track to drive in Ghana, and then the first time you give them a license and say, okay, go on the road and drive. They're going to hit quite a few cars. You have to actually teach them to drive on the road itself, and that's what case-based learning is. They're on the road of business and they're learning. So when they actually go out there again, they have more experience and practical experience to deal with opportunities, failures, and be able to adapt much more quickly.
So if I get you, you're using these case-based learning and deep industry engagements to prepare these students to lead in the ever-changing work environment.
Absolutely. The World Economic Forum had this stat: 40% of all of the skills that managers are learning now in academic institutions or with their jobs, 40% will not be useful in 5 years. So you actually have to train people to adapt and learn new skills. And that's what case-based learning does. It teaches students, our students, MBA students, to adapt because you're showing them one context, moving to another and another. And they're looking at failures and successes and learning from that. So that's a skill they're picking up, and that's where practical intelligence comes in.
Now, you talk about practical intelligence. Let me also take you to maybe practical leadership skills, for instance. So these, case-based studies that you, learning that you do, how is it effective in developing practical leadership skills?
So let's take an example, the coronavirus. And once you and I was in this country and saw a lot of things that were happening, it was more of reactive response to issues as they happen on the day. Imagine now we actually have written a case on multimedia, on how multimedia dealt with the coronavirus incident, how they dealt with the financial model of the business, how they dealt with the human resource elements, how they dealt with program management and all that. And we've actually taken students through this case. Essentially what we've done for them is that in the worst case, and very far off, that we should have, such an incident happening again, there are practical learnings of that these students can actually implement and not have to go through a very, reactive process that happened, some years back. We'll be more structured in our approach. We would have a template to actually respond to. We would have a way to deal with our financial structure. We would have a way to manage our programs. And these are the sort of things that we hope to actually put into, the students.
Let me get your take on something, because I have been taught by a marketing professor, one who's just within the university environment, done his PhD, written lots of articles, and a professional who's risen to the highest level and then decided to get into get onto a university faculty. Tell us about the faculty on this Ashesi MBA.
So the beauty of this program is that all the programs or all the models on these programs are co-taught.
Okay.
So you have your traditional academic, just as you mentioned, and then you have your professional that comes in. Now the professional comes in to hold these fireside chats with the students. So after you've actually had your theories and everything and cases discussed, this practical person walks into the lecture room and sort of engages you, sort of cements some of these things and how he's actually dealing with them on a day-to-day basis, in his day-to-day work. On the field. So we have a model where we have very good faculty, traditional academics, and then we have your industry experts also joining them in the classroom to actually deliver this program.
Yes.
And we also have faculty like myself. I'm 61, as I said, I'm older. But I worked for almost 20 years before I did my PhD.
Okay.
In banking, with Canadian Imperial Bank of Commerce, and then with Bozell Worldwide. We did the Milk Mustache campaign, where it's got milk. So I had a lot of industry experience before I decided to do my PhD and take the traditional academic route. So you have faculty who have that blend both of industry experience and have been publishing.
Okay. That's great. So before we go for, professionals or aspiring leaders who want to learn more about the Ashesi MBA, how can they get in touch?
So you visit the Ashesi website, www.ashesi.edu.gh. You go to programs, you go to our graduate section, click on the MBA, tab there, and you would have all your questions answered about the program.
And in case I'm a business leader and I'm interested in working with Ashesi on case studies or other projects, how do I get in touch also?
Same approach. You reach out to the website. There's a process to follow to reach out to us.
Okay. Anything you want to say finally, Dr. Hayden?
Well, one of the things I want to emphasize here, I've been a professor for 23 years, and one of the things that drew me to Ashesi was their stress on ethical leadership, their focus on developing leaders for tomorrow, leaders who adapt, and leaders who demonstrate not only analytical intelligence but practical intelligence. And that drew me to them. That's not something I see a lot of MBA programs focusing on. The role of ethics in leadership. It's critical.
Certainly.
Critical.
Certainly.
Dr. Santadak, anything you want to say finally?
So, just as Noel has indicated, one of the things we've been known for over the last 23 years is the type of impact our students are making. And we are taking this a notch higher at the graduate level. And we welcome anyone that wants to join us on this journey of ethical leadership and entrepreneurial thinking.
Thank you very much, Dr. Disraeli Asantedako, who's Associate Professor and Director of the Ashesi MBA, and to you, Dr. Hayden Noel, who's also an Associate Professor. We're glad that you made time to join us. So, folks, you know what to do. Just get on to ashesi.edu.gh and get all the questions answered. This is the Super Morning Show. We'll be right back after these.
Coffee in your cup and joy on the set. The Super Morning Show is always the best bet on Joy 99.7 FM.
VIP, come on. VIP.
Adeti.
Yes, sir.
And he was the one said, when you see your...
Good morning.
The guys you train, you're excited,
Charlie, this guy shocked me.
So let me tell you something.
Tell me.
When we were growing up in Kumasi, there was something called the Seniors Club. Okay. There was the Seniors Club and the Dusty, Root Eye, Ochame Kwame. Who else?
Morris Babyface.
Oh, okay.
And they produced a lot of songs.
Oh, so you're suggesting that when you were a young man, you looked
up.
No,
Andy was an old man.
No, my friend, don't bring this up. You see, that is the only thing I wanted you to confirm. And you have done that. What? Thank you very much.
We can confirm it.
Andy Dusty.
Yes, Western good morning.
I don't want to be the pillar now.
Yeah, it's coming. I'm growing it up again.
You have the pillar view.
Yeah, I have to.
Okay. We'll get into what's happening tomorrow. But before we do that, let me just say that Kingdom Books and Stationery Limited, your number one supplier of quality office essentials, equipment and furniture at affordable prices. Now they've introduced an online store for your shopping convenience, which means you can now shop by simply logging on to kingdomstoreonline.com without physically coming to any of their branches. It's hassle-free, and they will arrange delivery to your home and office within a reasonable time. And they offer free delivery within Accra and Tema and accept payment via Momo across all networks. Terms and conditions, however, apply at Kingdom. Quality and affordability are their hallmarks.
And Winston, we are still counting down to the Ghana Horticulture Expo. It's coming up on the 11th to the 13th of June. June is just around the corner. It's something like that, Accra International Conference Center. If you want to be a part of the big agri conversation, if you want to know the opportunities, if you want to see the potential, you need to be at the Ghana Horticulture Expo, organized by the Federation of Associations of Ghanaian Exporters in collaboration with the Ghana Export Promotion Authority. It's supported by the Ghana Exim Bank, Fidelity Bank, Gersal Agromonti, GIZ, and Joy Business is the official media partner. This is your gateway to innovation, trade, and partnerships. The highlight will be the keynote address by His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Ghana. So you can book your stands or register now at GhanaHotiExpo.com, or you call 0243 457 783.
Now, the Ghana Revenue Authority reminds all persons registered for VAT, NHIL, and Get Fund Levy that the VAT, NHIL, or Get Fund Levy and Communication Service Tax returns for April 2025 should be submitted on the VAT, NHIL, Get Fund Levy, and CST forms not later than today, Friday, the 30th of May 2025, which is the last working day of the month. File your VAT, NHIL, and Get Fund Levy and CST returns early and avoid payment of penalties. For VAT, NHIL, Get Fund Levy, the penalty is 500 Ghana cedis and a further penalty of 10 Ghana cedis for each day the return is not submitted. For CST operators, late filing of returns attracts a pecuniary penalty of 2,000 Ghana cedis and a further penalty of 500 Ghana cedis for each day the return is not submitted. Remember to submit the April 2025 returns not later than Friday, 30th May 2025, which is the last working day of the month, and avoid paying penalties. Kindly get in touch with the GRA via email info@gra.gov.gh or by WhatsApp 0552990000 or 0200 63166 call toll free 0800 900 110 and assigned by the Commissioner General.
And the 10 people who have made extraordinary impacts, the impact makers, will be celebrated for changing lives and making their communities better. It's happening on the 28th of June 2025 at the EcoBank headquarters. These heroes will be awarded for going far and above for others. Now, the 2025 Joy News Impact Makers is in partnership with McDan Foundation, Empowering Futures, Building Communities, and is sponsored by Center for Strategic Philanthropy and Social Investment of the Pentecost University, Philanthropy Ghana, promoting and elevating philanthropy in Ghana, Gold Key Properties, MNC Group Global, German Ozone Medical Center, Latex Foam, the Ministry of Gender, Children and Social Protection, and EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank. The Joy News Impact Makers Awards, celebrating ordinary people making extraordinary impact.
Before we continue, the Corporate Affairs and External Relations Department of MIF, that's the Minerals Income Investment Fund, they are congratulating their CEO, Mrs. Justina Nelson, on her award, CEO Leadership Excellence Minerals Income Investment Sector at the just ended Ghana CEO Summit, and they say they are proud of you, boss Justina Nelson. But leadership is not about positions, it's about wisdom at the helm. And join us at the next Great Leader Summit 2.0, where two of Ghana's foremost thought leaders, Dr. Dr. Gideon Titiofe and Dr. Mensah Otabil will share insights to shape the next generation of transformational leaders. Wisdom at the Helm of Affairs is on the 21st of June 2025. Time 9 a.m. Networking team time at 8 a.m. Venue University of Gold Coast Hall, Accra Business School. Swinters Road registration ttoffair.com/event is designed for executives, visionaries, entrepreneurs, public servants, and all who aspire to lead with integrity and impact.
And you know, something big is happening. This one deserves a drum roll. Drum roll, guys. Yes, we just finished celebrating Mother's Day, and we have something big coming for Father's Day. Now, with Father's Day just around the corner, and there are 3 fathers in the studio. Yes, my nieces and nephew's father, and the Dusty is here, right. And my nephew's father, Winston, is also here. Now, it's time to start thinking about ways to celebrate dads and father figures in our lives. Now, Joy FM, Joy Prime, Joy News, and Hits FM proudly present My Father, My Hero. Fatherhood, a deeper connection. This year we are inviting you to step away from the daily grind and celebrate your fathers. And here's what you have to do: record a 30-second clip commending your dad. Tell us the heroic things he's been doing for you and share with us via WhatsApp on 055-11-11997. We will play your clips on air and select the top 5 entries to win some amazing prizes from our sponsors. Stay glued to your screens and your radio. Don't miss out on this fun. Record a 30-second clip commending your dad. Tell us why you love him, why he's a hero, and send that to us on WhatsApp 055-11-11997. And top 5 fathers will win something big from us. So start sending them now. We are ready to see your videos or listen to your audios and share them on TV and radio here on Joy FM, on Hits FM, and the various platforms that we have.
Is in the house, Andy.
Yeah.
Charlie, what's up?
Okay. Thank you very much for having me. I'm inviting all our dear listeners tomorrow to the Aviation Social Center. The Aviation Social Center, that's the traditional grounds for the Hits FM Rep Your Jersey. So tomorrow, come one, come all in your favorite club jerseys. Come and let's have a watch party. So we're watching the finals of the UEFA Champions League on a giant screen. Prior to that, we'll have games. So if you are a great footballer, I don't know which game you play.
I play football.
Hey, Kojo.
I play football.
Hey.
I play football too.
I play football.
You?
Yes.
Are you there like
and I play kickles. Do you know kickles?
What is kickles?
You don't know kickles.
What is kickles?
You don't know kickles.
I don't know anything.
Oh, that sounds like police and thief.
No.
What is kickles?
You don't know kickles. What's it called? Is it baby's foot or whatever?
Aquari.
Kickles. You don't know kickles.
What is kickles?
Awesome. Andy, I play football.
And I play Chaskele.
Well, Chaskele has now migrated to
cricket.
cricket?
I play 5.
5,
yeah.
It'll be very difficult for anyone to go past you. Yeah.
If you miss the ball, don't miss
the man.
And I like try down.
Hey, Charlie, but you right. Charlie, no, there must be some flashback Friday. No, try down.
Yeah.
How was it? I remember the.
So if you have food, when you are eating and I come and see you, I'll tap you and say try down.
So by the time you come back, the food will be okay.
Charlie, rather them so don't know.
Then you might as well love Chimpe.
Chimpe.
Yeah.
I saw this skit, the Chimpe guy. And the guy was every time they are Chimpe, and the guy targeted the guy.
Yeah.
And just mixed pepper.
Yeah.
Just pepper with water. And then the guy says,
Chimpe said, oh, you can take it all.
And Charlie, no. Anyway, Charlie Andy, so rep your jersey tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow is free. Aviation Social Center by 9 a.m. We're all set. We're there till
Mama comes.
Yeah, don't forget that there are always performances. And so tomorrow, come meet your favorite stars. Kim Promise is always there. Yeah, Stone Boy.
Our problem.
Yeah, at them they all come. Amrado, who else is coming? Hey, Nana Lays.
Nana Lays will
yeah. Haven't you seen his endorsement? His endorsement yet? He says Mumbania moto tas. Yeah, man, tas. Then yeah. Something very funny.
I don't know why he wants to beat my best rapper of all time.
Charlie.
Anyway.
Nana Lays.
So Adam Stoneboy.
Oh, all of them. Yeah. So, and more surprises. We have a lot of food. There are a lot of food stands. So you come there, TZ, Wache, Fufu, Ampese, all the local stuff.
We have lose to pay.
What is lose to pay?
And you're not a bad boy.
No. I'm a very good.
You're not a bad boy.
See the way Obete is.
When I say Kikos, you don't know Kiko.
What is Kiko?
Kiko is a tabletop football
I'm
game.
not a
Also
boy,
known
I'm
as
a man.
football and all those things. And it's Kiko because when you're playing,
What is lose to pay?
You don't know lose to pay.
Oh, lose to pay. Okay, right. Yeah, Charlie, you get games.
So EA Sports lose
So let's
to
do-
pay.
so let's do lose to pay.
Anything lose to pay. And then Kikos.
Remember some? Okay, you were not around. Kofi Ansan, we played table tennis and he nearly fired me.
Why?
I beat him.
Well,
I
okay.
beat him.
Okay,
So-
which means you're good.
Yeah. You want to play?
How about we play football?
Oh, if you want to
You
play
strike,
football,
you
that's
strike and
okay.
I'll defend.
And what games will be available tomorrow?
Tomorrow, table tennis, football, the five-a-side.
Yeah.
Then the eating competition.
The eating competition.
Yeah.
The
That's a no-go
eating
area
competition.
for me.
What will
Why
we
is
be
it?
eating?
And then they have the which one did you participate the other time? The
arm wrestling.
Arm wrestling,
Oh,
yeah.
okay. But you know that nobody can compete.
yeah.
But
I think you
eating-
did it with who? Dr. Pounds or something.
Oh, yeah, he went to the hospital. You forgotten.
You broke his arm.
I went to the hospital.
He broke his arm.
For 3 days. I mean,
Me, I want to engage in the eating competition. I want to compete against Philip Nye.
don't worry, I'll be there for
And
you.
I want Philip. With this is small
I
stomach.
want us to eat kinky.
Andy, so should I come for the arm wrestling?
With who? Me?
I mean, last 2 or 3 years, I was supposed to do it with you, and you didn't show up.
But you
No,
why?
do it with
This hands I've been using to
Anybody
strike.
should come. I
With
mean,
legs is one
oh,
on
come,
one arm
come.
wrestling.
Yeah,
Come, no
legs is
problem.
that won't be
Yeah.
bad.
Come. I mean, I'm game.
Yeah, I'll put my ATM card on it.
Oh, no problem. Make sure
Without
there's
the
money-
pin.
Make sure there's money in
Without
it.
Without the pin.
Make sure there's money in it. you know,
Yeah.
Coming fan to Chacha.
So tomorrow, Aviation Social Center, we're there. Please come in your numbers. Please wear your jerseys. Come support your favorite team or teams, and let's have a blast. All right.
What time
Great.
does it begin?
9 a.m. We're on.
Till we get the
Till,
Champions League winner.
till.
And after that, we jam.
We jam, Charlie. Even in between, in between.
Yeah.
Oh, you've never been there, huh?
I've been there.
Yeah.
I have
I've
a
been
feeling.
there, I've been to
I have a
Bliss.
feeling some boys will not watch the finals.
Sometimes.
Yeah, I have a feeling.
Especially when the ladies. Okay. When you get there, the first thing you meet, smoke.
Okay, the girls.
Oh, what's that?
Oh,
Okay,
sorry.
fine. From the chin chin, not the kebab seller, the chin chin seller. Then the ladies with the small, the
Yeah.
short jeans and
Yes.
yeah, they're fair.
The Scottish skirts.
Yeah. Yeah, oh, it's nice. It's nice.
Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, be there. I like the way you were playing your music.
Yes.
Yes.
Is it for free? Can
It's
people
free.
come for free?
It's free.
So you don't pay anything.
It's free. No.
Come
you're
with
not
the family.
Kojo is going to play tomorrow. He says he wants to play 1 hour.
Music, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, right. So please come. Tonight I'll be here for the library. Oh, next week, 6th of June, I'm having a special 90s party at Soho.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you are inviting us.
It's a Friday.
Yeah, it's a Friday.
And it's a holiday.
Next week Friday. Yeah.
We will be
6th
there.
June.
We'll be there.
Yeah.
Live.
Kojo, how about a 1 hour set?
Get down on it, bang, bang, bang.
That's an 80s jam.
Bang, bang. But your 90s is my 80s. What are you talking about?
Charlie, but you quite people with a small conversation.
Okay, look, that's what time would allow us.
Charlie, thank you very much for having me.
We'll see you tomorrow.
DJ and the Dusty.
DJ Agric will continue with the jam. On behalf of the team, led by Samuel Dami, my name is Winston. I've been here with DJ Agric, Kojo Akoto Boateng. Have a lovely day. Have a lovely weekend. See you tomorrow.